Now I've got to remember what we were doing last time. I think we were talking to this archaeologist, and then I abruptly ended. Oh, oh God! I nearly surprised. I nearly choked on my own realization. So we got the Sword of Light. That was what it was. That was my O, and then I gasped and choked. Slaying dragons, I believe. There's yet to be any dragons. You've missed the last. There's been no dragons. In fact, where is our dragon? Oh, this is probably where it's going to come into play, actually. Just working. Should have taken the whole thing off. Hope all's well. Nice to have a stream to tune into. Oh my God, I'm a bittersweet with this weekend because I have to go into work on Sunday morning. It's not for very long, but it's just the fact I've actually got to be there by like 9:30. So I'll have to actually get up. There was an egg dragon and all that. Oh yeah, we've done that. The dragon hatched and thinks that we're its parents and has been flying around somewhere since. But now we've found out about the big evil, Agnesia. We've got the Swords of Light, and we need to, yeah, it's plural apparently too, which surprised me. We need to go to wherever he is, but we don't know where he is. But the only lead that we've got was, well, he says he doesn't know. I remember this dialogue now from last time. But whatever hints you've got will do. If you know anything, please tell us. Okay. And he said, you know, it's a bit of a long shot, but what was it? There's a place at the end of the world, like the far reaches of the world, called Nilgid. That was it, Nilgid, and it's a giant castle or something. And nobody knows who built it or whatever. And yeah, so it's just surrounded by mysteries. Who built it? Who's in it? What is going on? So it seems that lots of people have tried to get inside the castle because they think, you know, maybe it's hiding some ancient treasures. However, because of the violent seas and the treacherous mountains that surround it, nobody's been able to reach it. So I guess we will need a dragon to fly, perhaps? Gail says, there's a castle in a place that nobody is able to reach. It's sure, like, seems likely. Nunan says, it does seem like the sort of place where Agnesia might be lurking. Sally says we'll need to go there, investigate to check. So Sonia says, yes, let's go. So that's what we was. I'm glad that it repeated all that dialogue because that's very helpful. How we're going to actually get there, though, is another mystery. I don't actually know. But he seems to be clipping lovely into that table with his cloth. So now because Ralph's come back, he's really satisfied because he can enjoy having lots of lovely conversation, hearing his lovely stories. This old man is... Who is this old man? I don't remember. Oh, he's the village chief. I beg your pardon. But yeah, there's a little update. I did post in the Discord. I was thinking about what to play. Sorry, I need to clean my glasses. I can't see a thing. Now that we've finished Air's Adventure. So I've chosen 6 games off my shelf. Some probably not very surprising, so I've been talking about them recently. I want to play all of them, so it's not really a... It's no ultimatums. It's not this one will be played and the others will burn. Like, I'm going to play them all, but it's just a case of when. And I'm just curious what people are interested in, to be honest, because things like Beyond the Beyond, for example, which I threw in there at the last minute, it was on my shelf and I just thought, you know what? Beyond the Beyond, what are you? So I never played it. I don't know if people are interested in that because, you know, it came out in English and I feel like a lot of people don't like it. So Maybe if it sits, you know, if it sits in the list for 2 years, maybe I'll just play it by myself. We'll see. But has anybody actually played Beyond the Beyond? All I ever hear about is bad things, like people kind of, I don't know, in the retro sort of RPG lovers that I've seen on Twitch, people sort of meme about that game like it's not very good. I personally thought it looked quite charming, but I don't know, I have a high tolerance. Wait, what? You're thinking, don't tell me you're going to go to the... We've been. I can't work out if his dialogue's changed from last time or not. I've heard of it, but never played. I vaguely recall people not liking it, but that's it. That's all I ever hear about it, really, is people don't like it. It's like one of the first... I don't think it came out... I'm pretty sure it didn't come out in the UK. And I get the impression that it was sort of the first RPG, and it was like you either had that or you played Suikoden, and people played that in America and people didn't like it, I guess. And then Final Fantasy VII came out. Beyond the Beyond, so it's made by Camelot that did the Shining Force series, and more famously now would be Golden Sun, I guess. So yeah, Tinsar, hello, thank you for the raid. How are you? Am I doing it right? I always end up raiding you whenever you raid me. Sanares, hello there. Oh my god, I've just pressed the slash. I want to do the other shout out and now I've got all these... Oh, shield mode, no, go away. How do I do things? I'm a bit dazed and delirious today. I think I've taken a bit too many cold medicines. Oopsie daisy. Shield mode, have I? I hope not. I've already tried to start the game with my cursor. But thank you for the raid. We're trying to finish a little bit of this tonight, but I honestly feel like I'm not going to get very far. My brain is feeling a bit mush. But we'll try. I was just saying though that I've chosen some games to maybe continue after Air's Adventure. And I posted them in the Discord if you want to have a look at some point. So from the outside of the castle it shines, but now it's okay for you to go to that castle. Oh what, really? Says the old man. Then it seems that my duty's over? Is his duty just to warn people not to go there? Okay, that was a good time. Oh, that dog's going again. Shush. Oh, I wanted to check this guy again. Is he? I hope he says the same dialogue actually. Yeah, no, he's not. Here he is. Yeah, he listens to everything I say because he mentioned a person, and I think it was in the place that the last stream we went there. But when I first talked to this guy, I didn't know the place or the people. But I want to see the name again. You seem tired, you can... Oh no, he's not going to say it again. I'm sure that he said that somebody in Jaggly, which is the prison that we went to in the last stream, taught him how to treat dogs or something. Can't remember now. No, not you either. Busy with work this time of year's like that. Oh, is it? Is it seasonal reason? Summer, perhaps. I need to find how we're gonna get to the island though. Did you meet with Jira? I don't remember who Jira is. Summer's very busy. Oh. I don't remember who anybody is. There's so many names in this game though. It's like very, very, very large cast list. Where logically should I need to go if I want to get to an island to the north? Maybe I should, because my instinct tells me that we're not going to be able to get there because it's too treacherous and we'll need to fly on a dragon. So maybe if we just go to where the dragon was? Oh, there's no monsters now either, so we can sort of chill. Actually, where are we? We're back on the other island, aren't we? I feel like I've gradually become Gale in this adventure instead of the Prince. I spent like most of the start of the game playing as the Prince, but I've sort of got comfy as walking around as Gale now. And I don't know, the last chapter or so, it feels like it's become his story almost, with his family and whatever. No, she's still got the same dialogue. That old man that came from What's It's really proud of his son, I think, descendant, grandchild, me. Oh, isn't it Gale the Third? I heard that you got rid of all the monsters. It's a job. That's, yeah. It's a job is a mood that I have, to be honest. I mean, there's pleasures that I take in it. And I also take pleasure in taking the money. I just, I mean, some of you have been here long enough anyway, but when I was first starting streaming, I was in a totally different job and it was very stressful. I didn't really talk about it a lot on stream because, well, one, not really supposed to, but the other reason is just, in the details anyway. I can talk about how I felt, but I was very stressed out at that point in time, so streaming was almost like an escapism. I didn't want to think about work. It was my time. Like, I put my headset on, do my stream, and I didn't need to think of anything. But now I'm in a job it's very low pay, but it's also very low stress, and it's sort of that at the moment. It's pick your poison, have less money and better mental health, or you know. But I was awful that last job. I had to quit it. It was just making me sick. Actually enjoyed it for the most part, but the pace of these 2 months is hard. Also, our boss is away, so basically doing their job too. Yeah. The problem with my job was I just felt like it was never going to get any easier. I felt big imposter syndrome. I felt I couldn't handle it, and it just felt too fast and time pressure, and it was getting harder. The longer I was there, it was getting harder rather than easier. I felt like they were just there was more work coming in and they were expecting more. Like the training wheels were coming off and I was just like, oh my god, this is just a nightmare. Oh no, nobody's got any new dialogue here. He's still teaching spells. I actually know where we're going. She's still got the same dialogue. More duties, but not more pay. It was not also just so much the duties, but it was just the speed. You needed to hurry up. That was the thing, and I was already finding it overwhelming. And then, you know, I don't know, there was just these really big jobs that I ended up having to do, and I remember one day I went into the bathroom just to step away for a moment, and I just wanted to like cry in the bathroom. I was just like, oh my god, this job is stressing me out. It was making me feel so sick. I was having to do overtime in order to meet the deadlines, and so like at one point I was working like 9 till 10 and then getting home, going to bed like an hour later and waking up and going into work and doing another 9 till 9, and I was just like, I can't do this. Even though it's not going to be like that all the time, I can't do that. So I was just like, I need to get out of here. So now I'm back in a job where it's very much you know, it's 6 o'clock and I clock that clock and I'm gone. Gone. See ya next Tuesday. I mean, because I don't work Mondays, so I'm always sort of joking. It's like, see you next Tuesday. I also, like, on the whole, like the people I work with, so that's quite nice too. It's nice to be able to talk to people. That was the other thing with my other job, to be honest. It was just, in some ways I found it refreshing, but in other ways, like, I never got to know anybody because we just sit in silence working all the time because you can't translate or read or do anything and talk at the same time. It's impossible to function that way. And if you're talking, you're not working. If you're not working, you're making it even more stressful for yourself. And it was just getting like, oh my god. The only time there was time to talk really was lunch, but I mean, sometimes, honestly, even though I weren't really supposed to, well, or I get told like there's no point in you doing so, I found myself working through my lunch break while eating just because I didn't want to have to stress so much in the afternoon after lunch. So I wasn't taking my breaks because I wanted the extra time, even though I wasn't getting paid for it. It was either that or taking a nap. I hate when all people talk about while at work is work. That's true too, yeah. I like to talk about other stuff. I hate people that don't like to talk much either sometimes at work because it helps me pass the time. Like, I feel like the time goes faster. Like, you know, if you're busy, you're a bit busy doing stuff, but like my job's not like always busy. So it helps the time go by. There's a week where it's like that, I hit the time and I go out. I'm glad you're no longer in the stressful position. Yeah. I like to talk. Unless it's to convey plans. Depends what kind of job you have though. If it's a job where you can get on with it by yourself, quite like a desk job, then yeah, I get the not talking thing. But if you're just sitting around like, you know, doing stuff. Chatting to co-workers help you to continue to be human, especially working in service industry, you're not really allowed to be yourself around. Cause exactly. It is. And sometimes you need to let off some steam. Because you have to keep up the face. So I've worked in retail. Chat also helps you wake up when you doze. Exactly. She's on about a vegetable shop. I don't know where I'm going. I'm kind of not even feeling this game tonight, to be honest now. I wish I'd done something else. I'm half tempted to swap over. Kind of enjoying chatting, but... So, Gail, thanks for helping. Now I won't have to quit being the president, I guess. So now the president won't have to do anything dangerous. I'm relieved. Oh, he's new. I don't think he was here before. He says that he knows extremely powerful spells. Oh, he's got I think the last set of spells. Igna 5. I'll give that Sonia then. Let's do this admin. Take my world cut. Oh my god. No. I want her to have Flam. She needs more MP though. I might just get rid of what should I get rid of? No, I was thinking to switch to Man Overboard, but I wanted to finish this game this weekend. That's sort of the aim here. Let's get rid. What does Saktas do? That's the HP drain. That's the MP drain. I still don't feel like it ever truly worked that well. I'm trying the most powerful one, I guess. Maybe the AI can enjoy it. Wait, did she not equip that spell? Oh wait, hang on. What spell did I just do? Igna 5. I thought I'd done Flame 5. Oops. Oh well. Let's get rid of healing. Oh no, oh, it's too late. I can't back out. Oh well. Yeah, I want Flame 5, but I'm not sure what to overwrite it with. I do think this game could have done with letting you have a bit more magic. It sort of ruins the magic. Impasse 4. Wait, Igna's the lightning spell. I think. Working in a warehouse with other back rooms, so no real customers outside thing. Do you know what I used to like though? I kind of like jobs where you could like listen to music and just get on with stuff. I mean, I like the idea of doing translation or proofread or whatever, but one, I'm probably not very good at it, and two, it was more just it's sort of fun until it's a job, and then it was just time pressure, and I felt like I couldn't do it how I wanted to do it. I was being rushed. But yeah. Oh my god, my brain can't be asked to think about all this magic. I just want flame. Yeah, we'll just get rid of flame 4. Right, Igna. What is that? That's the ice spell. That's drain health, I think. Let's give, I guess we could give Lunan the drain MP spell. Yeah, may as well upgrade by the looks of it. What's he got? He's got Flam 4. Let's get... I'm gonna give him the ice. I don't know. Never use these spells though. I don't really see. It feels just like fire's it always just pretty much always better. So a lot to be said for a job that can do that. That isn't too challenging, I think. That you can do. There's a lot to be said for a job that you can do. What do you mean? I'm not passing the sentence, I feel. In a good way? One that's manageable. Well, yeah, what is that job? The problem is those jobs tend to not pay well. Or just, I don't know. Or you can't get in them. Unless you had some sort of lead in or whatever. Right, let's give him flame. Yeah, I'm just going to upgrade them all, even though the MP's outrageous. What else? I hate this. I hate admin in RPGs like this. Like, why can't we just like learn spells as we go? Or why can't we just have more than 6 slots when there's a ridiculous amount of spells and variations? And the problem is it's not so much the amount of different spells, it's the difference in MP between the levels. Like, yeah, I wanted to have the best fire spell, but it's also 150 MP a pop, whereas like the lower level one is cheaper. That, and you know, she only got 1,600 MP anyway, so it's a bit of a bugger. The country's saved. Finally, Basil's finally been Basil has finally been defeated. Basil's been defeated. Readily, easily. Says who? You defeated that monster, you guys really are great. We are, but we're very lost. Very, very lost. Sometimes the game can be a bit of a... We were talking about this before and I was trying to defend the game, but it's being vague. It's because you're here, Kura. It tends to be vague when you show up. But, yeah, I don't... There's been no sort of indication of... It's all well saying we need to go to the north, but how? I don't have any sort of thing to go on. Let's just go to the pirates, because they have boats. That's the logic. I mean, we need somebody to say, oh, you'll never reach there without a dragon, and then, where's the dragon? Like, you know? I feel like I know the middle part and the end, but I don't know the bit before. I've forgotten where the... Pirates are now, and I've not been paying attention. I think I've gone past it already. Oh no, there they are. Pirate Island. Do do do. Yo ho. Is he even here? There he is. Huh. He just says if you want some more explosives, you'll have to get some more booze. See, Do. We need a ship. Who are you? Swell? No. This is supposed to be the finale, I think. Oh, I can't get on any of these. More explosives, more booze, party time. I mean, let's just go back to some of the final locations, I guess. Let's go to Fungus, where Granddaddy is. Maybe he'll know how to get to the island. Oh, hang on. Let's just go to the tavern. Sometimes there's been a gossips. This guy's still telling his big stories. Oh no, he's still talking about when he went to Jiggly and he became the boss. Can't drink alcohol, diamonds are fine. That never became a thing, did it? Are we still wearing diamond armor? He warns us that... Oh, he's still got diamond on. Nobody else has though, right? Oh, he's got a diamond shield. Apparently the diamond weaponry will burn if you get burned. Spells? Oh, that's that thief. Not today. Oh god, that wasn't a very subtle coffee sip, I'm afraid. He's got no new dialogue. No, oh. Yeah, he's thinking about... Oh, hang on. He's thinking about making a hot air balloon. That's what he said, didn't he? When he's finished it. Well, when are you going to finish it? How about now? He's training to open any key. I could just look up the guide. We have done it once so far. Oh, he's still saying the same thing. When you've defeated Agnesia, give me that sword. How would we get to the north then? Oh, let's look at the map. Part of me wants to figure it out rather than just looking. But the world is rather large. So I assume we've got to go... See, we need to get a dragon. That's really what it all is. We need a dragon and we need to fly, I think. Because I don't get why we've got all these landing dragon... They're blatantly dragon landing pads. But by the time we've got the dragon and can land anywhere, we're at the end of the game. I thought we'd have got the dragon quite far earlier on. I can't figure out if we've looped. We have. There's the crystal tower. Must be. It's over here somewhere then, I think. Who? Oh, here we are. Nilgid. Is that Busul or Pusul? Dunno. The town or something. Your airship's too... Exactly. There's like almost nothing... There's no point in having it because we only need it to fly to here. That's gotta be... That. You know, if you were a final boss, you'd be sitting in there, wouldn't you? Nilgid. Nilgid. Sounds familiar. It reminds me of like Nidhogg or something. But, you know, maybe it's not a dragon landing pad because I don't see one here anyway. Let's try, because I've got 0 leads. Let's go to the town near the near the thing. Gilmore. That was where we were last time, but there was one more town where there was an old couple mentioning a dragon. They were... I just want to remember the name. Was it Fiend there? Fiend? I'd like to see it just to be sure. I think it was Fiend. Can't find the bloody place. Hang on, it's literally telling me anyway. West... No, not west. East of Fiend. So Fiend is... No. 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 I'm confusing my east and my west again. Where's west? Oh, okay, it's west, so it's over here. No. There. Let's go to the Fiend. Oh, I've gone past the towns. It sort of categorises them. There it is. If I was the final boss, I'd have a lake. I would too, to be honest. Definitely have that purple lake. I would also have a different castle to like the staple castle that the game's used so far. I would have it like ominous looking. Oh, here they are. I don't think this was the couple actually. He says the soldiers have been taking care of us, but it's rather, we've got a lot of free time, it's kind of boring. Hey, old man. Yeah, old man. Well, not old man, she's talking to her husband, but I'm thinking. Oh, yes, here we are. Have you heard about the dragons? She see one flying around. No, it's still the same dialogue. And he's still stuck here because he's... What was it that he said actually? I remember it was quite funny. Yeah, he spent so long in prison, but he's forgotten how to use a warp item, so he can't leave. Poor bugger. I've forgotten how to do anything. Right, let's try Gilmore then. It seems a problem. I wonder if, what was his name? Gordon? Not Gordon. Yeah, Gordon. He's still saying, like, just take it and go, you thieves. How are we gonna get there, then? I'm gonna look this up, I think. I've had enough. Legend of Heroes, Dragon Slayer. Guide. Guide for the snares, that'll do, because it's got the weird names, I think. Where are we now? The Suspicious Tower of Light. Yep, last chapter and the end of the heroes. Seems like there's quite a bit more to go, actually. Oh, God. Fungus Town. I speak to the great thief, Gale. Use the Wapu 2 spell to teleport to Rishira Port. Rishira Port. Oh, for God's sake. We're literally cutting ahead of the game. We've done this before. So, that Fin 4 is the right place to go to, but we needed to go somewhere else first to be taken there. I'm ahead of the game, and the game hasn't spoon-fed me where to go yet. So where do I need to go? We need to go to Rishiel? This place? I don't actually remember what this place is, but we need to go there. We need to talk to Hole, who's the guy that took us to the place that we literally just were. Thomas became a priest. Where's the boats? Where are the boats? I didn't see Hole though. Speak to Hole, who is nearby the ship. After that, hop into the ship, which will automatically sail to Fin 4. Where am I now? I'm in Rudra. This is the wrong place. Maybe there's two boats. Rochelle. Is there another boat? Is that you? No. Chelman had I think he had all his money stolen. We've talked to you before. I don't think this is the right place though. I don't see Hole. Who is Hole? Isn't Hole in the town that we were just in, the thieves' town? Is this guide even right? Not you, lady. After defeating Boundary Chapter 5 ends, we've done that. After speaking to the Great Thief Gale, use... Oh, hang on, I think we've done this bit already. Finn? Oh! Wait! This is... Oh, I'm so confused. We've actually done a way more... I'm on the wrong thing. We've done chapter... This is the final chapter, and we haven't started a new chapter. We're halfway through it. Bajil was ages ago. I was getting confused. Bajil was in the top of the Crystal Tower. That was like 2 streams ago. Hole, yeah. So I'm reading the wrong thing. So... We're actually... Oh, we're really close to the end of the game. I think. Oh boy! Gilmore Village. We've done that. No, we haven't. Speak to Ralph, the one that's wearing the brown hat. Well, that's what we've done. After that, use Warp 3. Go to Gilmore. We went to Gilmore. I've run out of MP now. Crap. Who can let me sleep? Oh, you know, I probably should have done this sort of admin. A bit of prep before I went live. Oh well. Yeah, I've heard your story. Let me sleep in your bed. Right. Warp. We're going back to the place with Gordon. There it is. Town of Gilmore. And it says that we need to talk to the priest, which is beyond me as to why you would think that. Sort my tabs out now. Well, he said this before. Whole game has been meandering, confusing to me. So I'm not playing it. There is some sort of logic to it. Right now, this makes no sense. But he's just saying that same spiel. What did I say it was last time? Like, it's for the very reason that they're sinners that they need to know the love of God almost. Like it's sinners in particular that need to know God's love. Do you understand what I mean by that? If you ever have any problems, please talk to me, but that's what all the priests say. Let's go back then. So, go to the house that's nearby, speak to the... Yeah? Speak to the scholar. Go to the house, speak to Ralph. Oh no, I'm behind in the guide, I think. Make sure to equip... Oh, hang on. We've got the light swords. So I'm still further behind. After that, use the walk to spell to teleport to Kauru village. Speak to Boyle to get the dragon's whistle. I don't remember getting a dragon's whistle. Or, I think actually now I remember getting a whistle, but I don't think it was called a dragon's whistle, was it? Or was I really tired? I don't remember getting no whistle. I don't see any whistles. Oh, hang on. I don't have a whistle. So where is this whistle? Who's Boyle? Kauru village. I don't remember where that is either. But why would we know to do that? This is why I don't like using guides too much, because guides don't explain to you the why, do you know what I mean? Like, why are we going here? Where are we going? I don't even know what this place is. Oh, it's the place with the dragon. Is it not? The farm? Yeah. I would like to hint though, do you know what I mean? Like, oh, sounds like you'll need to fly in there or something. Oh, here's Boyle. I mean, I guess he did mention make sure to come back and visit. Oh, well, hopefully that's put us back on track now. So, recently, that dragon has been going off for walks. Or flies. I think he's probably more likely that he's looking for you. I guess he really loves you guys after all. Well, he's either got something spare or he's got something treasured to him. I think it's probably more he's got a spare one, but... And he's going to give it to me. And it's a dragon's flute. So this is called a dragon's flute. If you use it, it'll make a sound that only dragons can hear. And so that dragon will hear that sound and it'll come looking for you. Okay. Is there anywhere in particular to use it? Can we sleep at that lady's house? Because I've run out of MP after doing all this warping. I don't know if there was anybody in this town that actually did let you rest. That's a problem with this game, I think, because it doesn't use inns. It's a bit of a pain in the arse to remember where you can and can't sleep. So it's like, well, where do I go to rest? Not every town lets you rest. Can we use the item? Oh my god. Ooh. How do I get off? Like that. So... I don't get it. So what's been the point of the dragon thingies? It's a dragon. What's with the blue blobs on the floor then? Are they just supposed to be like lakes or something then? I thought they were something else. Maybe it was just graphics. I thought one of them was a dragon's egg. I want to find one now. This music's nice though. Living airship. Can't find any. Bum 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 bum. It's got some good bass. I don't even know where this is. Rizal. Oh, I remember that. That's where my uncle lives. This is chapter 2. This area. Okay. I can't find a single one of those blue things. There's one. See, is this not a dragon's egg thing? I thought this was going to be something important, but it's still a mystery to me what this is. I thought that it would be that the dragon can only land on those. I thought he just literally exists and comes flying over. Right, well we better find the... No! Oh shit, I've used warp. Not reading. Oh well, hopefully we can oh no, this is that same stupid place. I want to rest somewhere. Let's rest in Gilmore. Gilmore has a place that we can rest. We'll go there. What a hot mess of a beginning to a stream. Wait, you don't have a bed. Who's gonna let me rest? Oh. Maybe nobody. Fiend, the old couple, they will let me rest, right? Or maybe not. No, they don't. Crap. I just want to stay the night and get my MP back. And now I don't have enough MP to... This is so annoying. I need to pick somewhere that's absolutely got a place to stay. Is this the... Oh, we found it. This is the actual ending place. Maybe we can stay in the town over here, though. I thought there was a town. Oh, whatever. Do you know what? Whatever. The prince don't need his MP. I would have thought there might have been an item shop or something. Oh. Oh, you what? There's a slight bit of alarm. Use the dragon whistle to call the dragon. Fly east. It says that he recommends in this guide, he recommends that you be level 43. I'm 10 levels short of that. You can't be serious. If this is gonna pull... Maybe it's just him. Sometimes, you know, game guide people are really anal, I don't know. But if this is gonna pull a Dragon Quest 2 where it just like has this insane difficulty spike at the very, very end for no fucking reason, I will be grinding another day. Ooh, 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 music's exciting. Oh, Dragon Quest 2 is awful. When you unlock the final area, and oh god, I had to sit and grind for about 4 hours to just be able to make it to the fucking castle. Ooh, we found a battle suit. Bum bum. Oh, that's good. That completes my final set. Yeah. Probably do need to get some new stuff. This music's very spooky. Road to Rhone. Yeah, it's awful. It's just cheap artificial dragging it out at the end to make the game feel longer. Oh, let's see how we do against these enemies that don't seem to want to fight me. What the chuffin' chuff is that? Reminds me of that weird boss on Alter Beast. A Bulbous and a Blood Knight appeared. Maybe they have lots of experience. Level 43 my arse. Get out of here, Blood Knight. Yeah, we're good. The guide was also for the Super Nintendo version, so who knows? Maybe it's just different scalings. We'll see. But yeah, as I was saying, I put 6 games in the Discord to possibly play to replace Air's Adventure. See, Gal's leveled up already. I put Sorvice in there, seeing as it was new. What we're doing with Gal? Yeah, so I put Sorvice in because that's sort of a new game that I was talking about. That's that the card game battling one. Oh, an Iron Giant. Oh, I didn't read what the other enemies were. Zal. Then I put in Falcom Classics 2 because we did Ease 1 already, so why not finish Ease 2? I want to play the other games on the collection at some point as well, but at the moment I'm just thinking about Ease 2 to finish it. I mean, it's just MP at this point, isn't it? I probably don't really need to give him that much more MP. A bit more health, perhaps. And then I put in Beyond the Beyond, as I just said. The game that people don't seem to like. This is some weird music. I just threw a Thor and Light Crusader. And then I put in Blade of Darkness, Kuro no Ken, which is a PlayStation 1 RPG, which is... I haven't shown that on Twitch yet, but it's sort of a weird looking, dated sort of PS1 RPG. I think it came out after Final Fantasy VII. It's very 2D. It looks like it belongs with Beyond the Beyond and Suikoden. The combat looks interesting though. The graphics look quite nice for the combat, but not out of combat. It looks pretty dreadful. But I don't really mind. These fights aren't so bad at the moment. Let's have a look. Oh no, is it a maze? Where did I come in? Was it there? Okay. Don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this tonight though. I'm getting rather sleepy. I think I left it too late to go live, unfortunately. But we'll push through a little bit. And what else did I put in? Oh, Phantasy Step, which is sort of an adventure game that looks quite cute. Point and click weird Japanese adventure game on the PlayStation. Let's have a look around. And then, what, I think there was one more, but I've forgotten. Oh, Boundary Gate, the sort of first-person fantasy-looking Shin Megami Tensei-esque. Only in graphic, like, style. I don't think it's got anything to do with it, though, like, no demon party or whatever, but it just visually looks sort of similar, but in a fantasy setting. I thought they'd be a fun choice. Oh god, it is getting really hot again. It has been 30 degrees today and raining. Raining, 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 raining. Yeah, I mean I wouldn't mind the 30, but it's raining as well, so it's just insufferably like humid and nasty everywhere, and I feel like it makes my aircon not work very well too, because it's like the temperature in my room probably isn't actually that high, but it's just the humidity. Been a bit cooler here these days, thank God. Oh my God, how are you? Other than being hot. Don't mind rain myself, but it's dry here, so it's nice when it does. See, I don't mind the rain when it cools it down, but it's not cooling it down, it's just adding to the misery. But it's the rainy season in Japan at the moment, it's nothing unusual, it's not bizarre weather. It's just, the rainy season's quite late this year, I feel. It's just what happens here every like June. You get the rainy season where it just rains for days, but it's still quite hot. It'll dry out soon. I need to do some healing. Oops. If we can just get rid of this fine. Have you got a life spell? I don't think you have. Bugger. And it makes it all the worse. I like the dry heat, the humid heat is not no. I don't like heat though. I really don't like being hot. It really, really annoys me. Oh, he's having 2 attacks? Excuse you. Right, let's heal my party members up a bit, but at least they got some experience by not being dead. Yeah, so if you're in Discord and you've got an opinion on any of those 6 games, I've made a new channel. And I was also debating about bringing back Super Nintendo. So we only did 3 games. Star Fox, Cybernator, and Lagoon. What a way to end with Lagoon. Quite enjoyed Lagoon, I have to say. It fizzled into jank towards the end though. A couple of the bosses near the end were really bad, and that lava area was absolutely awful. But the rest of the game, I don't know, it had its charm. I like Yee's sort of formula though, and the music was good, so that helped. Right, where am I gonna go here? I want to play Zack, the Art of Visual Stage again. I've already played that before though, but I would probably stream that. I think that'd be fun. It's not very long either. I really wish that they'd done the sequel too, though it bugs me that you can only play part 1 on the Super Nintendo. Give me bump to win, yeah. Although, I don't know. I was trying to have a look at it and wondering if it was better. I did say though at the time, I feel like the bump system would probably have made that a better game. It wasn't a very good choice to change it. Zack, the Art of Visual Stage on the SNES is a bump system though. But it has a random shooting bit, like on the back of a dragon if I remember. This might be one of those dungeons where I sort of like rob the treasures and then go out and heal and come back again. I wonder. What's this? What? We got a Root of Less, but that's just like a crappy healing item. Don't need that. I might need to leave in order to go buy some more of that end game gear. Because I probably want to get rid of that diamond shield in case it's getting to be burned. Thanks, exactly. I can't remember what healing item it is particularly, but I don't think it's very good. I'm going to use it. There you go. Healing Serios on the left. Oh, fully healed him though. Whoops, maybe it was alright. Oh well. I should have used it on Nunan. I think I've got some anyway though. I don't have any, you know. Maybe I should have kept it. Whoops. Maybe it was the heal all version of it. Oh well. You can get away with a lot in this game because you level up so frequently, and although, you know, we're only level 34. I swear I've leveled up more than this. Because I feel like I'm always leveling up. Because when you level up, you also get all your health and your MP back. Yeah. Tomorrow, I'm not going to be able to stream late, unfortunately. So, it'll be an earlier stream. I'd be finishing by now. About an hour ago, if not earlier. Because I've got to get up early for work. I might sleep a little bit late and then just have a nap after work. But, I'll try. If we don't finish this tonight, I don't know what I'll do. Maybe Sunday. I wasn't so tired, I would finish this. But I'd like to finish it sort of on the same time schedule that I played the majority of it, because I know some people can't be here earlier. I don't think there's probably only like an hour or two at most left in it, but don't know if there's an hour or two left in me. What do you think that door does? So wait a minute, we came up there, but what's down through this? Oh, it's a proper door. Oh, this dungeon's getting a bit confusing. I mean, to be fair, it's the final dungeon, so it's allowed to be, but most of the game's dungeons so far have been pretty easy, especially because you've got the, this see all item. Lots of RPGs would be easy if you could just whiz around and look at the map. Yeah, I don't know, maybe tomorrow I'll just do some more Man Overboard. Or try and finish the Summoner 2, hey ho. Or I'll just have a chill night in, to be honest. I'm just going to play it by ear, to be honest, with how I've been feeling the last couple of days. Oh, there we go. We're through the other side. Where, though? Wait, hang on. I'm confused. So that staircase... took us here. That was the only way I could go. I guess. I heard the Steam sale has started now. The only thing I haven't looked, but I do ever since Ratclow mentioned that RPG by the people that did Cosmic Star Heroine, the Magical Girl one. I forgot the name now, but I kind of want to see if that comes on sale because I would like to play that. I did open up Steam for the first time in forever just to bookmark that game. The new Marcus Ritter will be out soon. If anybody remembers when I streamed that, like about... oh god. I feel like it was in October, so it's got to be almost about a year and a half ago. After we did Gabriel Knight. Right here. Little FMV game I found on Steam. Then ended up sort of chatting to the people that made it. I quite enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the sequel. Because the first game was free, so it was sort of just a total random coincidence. I was just looking for more sort of FMV point and click stuff. I had no idea it was sort of not a sequel, like a spiritual successor or to the idea of the Gabriel Knight game. Specifically the second one. Until I was halfway through the game and then they had a flat reference to it and I was like, oh okay, I guess it is a nod to that. Isn't it that an FMV point and clickish game? What, Marcus Ritter? Yeah. Or Gabriel, they both are. Gabriel Knight 2 is. And then Marcus Ritter, is it Ghost of the Past? The first one is. It's like a demo almost, really though, but it's essentially its own game. It was just a sort of, I guess they were testing what they could do. It's really interesting. I watched him stream about when they talked about making it, and I really liked it because it was very escapist, because it's all photographed in Vienna, and it was just really nice to see different sorts of scenery. It was really good. I kept the VOD if anybody's curious. I might play it again when the new one is close to come out. I might revisit the first one because it's been quite a while, and just to help, you know, give them a little bit of love because the nice people that made it. In fact, I'm trying to think if he's even live tonight. Have a look. Yeah, maybe it was yesterday. Oh no, he's not on right now. I haven't had a chance to raid Isaku for a long time. I think he's usually on before I'm going live or much after. Because I've been getting later and later. A little bit of a delay, so it's basically what you were describing verbatim. It's alright. Yeah, I mean the first one's free. If you like that genre, give it a go. I was just honestly impressed with what just sort of like, I hope it's not a rude thing to say, but like a sort of small production was capable of doing. I was very impressed. And it seems like the sort of game that doesn't exist anymore, maybe. Everybody seems to shift more into, with FMV, more being like watching a movie and making choices, which is not quite the same thing. This is actually like having photographs and like of a place, and you can click on it and it has little animated bits that go between it, which is a lot like how Gabriel Knight 2 was back in the day. Gabriel Knight 2 was a lot of fun. I would like to, I'd say I'd like to stream it again, but I don't know if it would ever be the same to stream it again. If I ever did, I feel like I need to leave it long enough that I can't remember most of it. And I can still remember some of it. There's always Gabriel Knight 1 though. Because I think that's the fear, you know, and you're like, oh, this game, it was such a good stream and it's really memorable and it created a lot of stuff, emotes or whatever, and you think, oh, we should do it like, you know, as a anniversary or something, but I don't know. I think, is it really ever going to be as fun the second time around? Because a lot of the fun was the fact that it didn't know what was going to happen. Some games I'd like to stream again though. I wouldn't mind streaming Marcus Ritter again, mostly as a refresher to play the sequel. I also want to stream Shadowrun again on the Super Nintendo, because I think I want to play the modern Shadowruns. But I also just want to do it for the SNES stuff anyway. Um. Wait, is that where I just came from? Have I just gone backwards without realising? Oh, I'm not very good with the direction. You really like the genre. Are you still playing that Mothman thing? It's cool, but yeah, it's hard to replicate. Yeah. I think it's just, I don't know, you're trying to force it and it's... Wait, did I go there? I mean, I felt the same when I tried to play a couple of different FMV games around that time, so it was almost like trying to recapture the essence of Phantasmagoria and Gabriel Knight, but there isn't another Phantasmagoria, there isn't another Gabriel Knight 2. Phantasmagoria was great. I would probably do Phantasmagoria again though. It's almost Phantasmagoria's got like Rocky Horror energy. You know, you can just watch Rocky Horror again and have a good time with it. But I would like to leave that longer too. Maybe another year or two before I play that one again. One that I would like to revisit though, because I really don't remember it very well, and also it's a bit dynamic in how it unfolds. I would like to replay the Titanic Adventure Out of Time and try and get the best ending for it instead, because we got we shot ourselves in the head at the end of that one. It wasn't a very good ending at all, and we contributed to the rise of. I think we contributed to the rise of the spread of communism or the rise of Nazi Germany. I don't know what it was, but it was not a good ending. One of the worst bad endings I've ever seen, actually. Who's that, Gale? Never did play Phantasmagoria. I watched playthroughs. It was one of the few games that were outright banned from us playing as kids. Yeah, I didn't want to play it when I was a kid. I was a bit shy about that. I remember my friend having... He had Phantasmagoria 2, I think. He got some sort of like early preview copy. I think it was either his... I think it was his dad or something. Had something to do with whether it was reviewing it or in the industry somehow. But I remember the front cover just looked like a really horrible horror movie, and I didn't really like horror stuff when I was that age. But I always remember the front, because I think it was 2, isn't it? It's like where he's like, looks like he's like opening his rib cage. I really didn't like that cover. I need to play 2 though. Kind of entertaining every front in Russian. V retold. You can fumble through a bit. Oh, if it's not got any English, that would be hard going. I want to finish The Dame Was Loaded. I did start playing that on Twitch, but it was a lot more complicated than I expected. So then I sort of bounced off it. But now that I know like how it is, I'd like to give it another go. But it has a time limit, basically. Oh my god, I'm confused. Did we already do this? I'm gonna save, and then I can... No, I'm not gonna save, because the experience is useful anyway. Oh, get out of the way. Tex Murphy. So my friend recommended me the Tex Murphy ones, but I just didn't have the money to buy them. Because I have to use British money on Steam and I don't have any. So, I wanted to give the Tex Murphy series a go. I can't remember if I have one of them. I'm trying to remember if she gifted me one of them. And then I never played them, so bad. Where are these stairs going? Oh my god, I'm confused. I would really like to have a go at that series. They looked fun. There's a lot of them too. I was thinking of buying... I don't know whether this would be a good idea or not. I was thinking of buying Dark Seed. Because it's in Japan, Dark Seed came out on the Saturn and the PlayStation. And then, I don't know. I thought it might be interesting to play it on the console. It has English voice acting, so it would be playable. I can't have come this way. I don't recognise the place. Oh, is that a scum? If you open and close the menu, do you just fly through the monsters? Weird. This seems very finale. I feel like there was a chest that we didn't do though. Oh. Ah, balls. I don't think I've got any lanterns. Oh, for fuck's sake, final dungeon. Why? No. I can't see. Can't see shit. I'm gonna have to leave and go buy bloody lanterns. This is stupid. Oh, I can see them there though. Grum. You word. Oh, it's cast silence. I don't think we can hit it. I can't attack these things. Have I got to use magic? Because that can arse. Let's try fire. That's why they cast it. Whoa, yeah, bye. What? Is erased, disappeared. Okay. Grum B showed Sonia a terrifying illusion. And now she's confused in fear. Okay. I guess I can't hit these things unless I use magic, which is annoying. Even with their swords of light. Flam works though. She's silent, so she can't do nothing. I don't want to fight these over and over again. Oh, they've got MP fruits. A lot of experience. Oh my god, how bad is this? Do I need the lantern? I need the lantern. This is awful. Or should I just try and... Gira, Road of Gira. Which exit do you reckon? Through there or through there? Did we come from up or down? I wish I had a light spell. Gonna go to... maybe I'll go to the north exit first. Ooh. Thunder Snaker. Oh, these have got really high agility or dodge ability. I keep missing. They're like the snake things from earlier. Can't be doing with that. Yeah, the Dame was loaded was just it had like this time limit that I wasn't aware of, so I was sort of cocking it up and not realising that every action was like passing time. And it also had a crap poker game that I didn't want to do. Dame was loaded was just nothing. It was nothing. Nothing. Ah. Can't even remember what that scene was now, wasn't it? Did he even say nothing, or did I make that up? I know he opened the door. Nothing. I used to have it as my ending screen. It's gone now. And nobody can do anything. These things are annoying. Why didn't he die anyway? I didn't read. There you go. I don't think he's... You know, he's got flame. It's just not worth it though. Need Sonya. I'm gonna run out of MP on these things. I could just run away, but in the dark it's gonna be a bit of a pain. I want to just check one of these exits before I leave, so that then I don't have to next time. Up and left. What game are you going to start next, Barley? Are you going to start... What is it called? Is it Baten Kaitos? Baiten Kaitos? Can't believe you've pulled that though. Like, that's me not watching your VODs for like 2 years. I guess I could just play that. Maybe I should just play it as you play it and pretend you're like a Let's Player. I have it on the GameCube, but with the HD collection coming out, I'm sort of in two minds over to just wait. I don't know, because I could play it on my Wii, but I don't own the sequel, and the sequel's actually quite pricey here now. It's about 6,000 yen, I think, for Baten Kaitos 2. Right, where am I going? Just straight, just the treasure chest. This is a dead end, so I'm gonna get that treasure chest, and then I think I might leave. It's nice on GameCube, holds up well visually, and the loading times are really snappy. Yeah, I mean, I'd be playing it on the Wii, so that's almost the same thing, isn't it? And I'd have component cables for my Wii. So, I don't know. I don't have a Switch. Am I really gonna need to get Baiten Kaitos in HD? I bet it doesn't come out. I don't know, is it coming out physically? You can play it slowly. I've never played it. Oh, it's just an elixir. That's all that was in here. Oh, I don't think I have a shortcut out either. This is really rough. Warp 2. You can't use Warp 2 in dungeons though. That's the problem. Fuck. Ah, gonna have to walk all the way out. I am gonna walk out though. I'm gonna walk because this could happen later anyway. I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna go buy some warp potions. How much money have I got now? Should have enough money to buy the final equipment. Can't even see. I'm going to buy some lanterns, buy some warp stuff. Look, looks silly and cute and fairly short. Herbivore. What is Herbivore? There was a Super Nintendo Cube game that was playing music at me earlier. I was wondering if it was even related by some weird reason. Do you know what I could do? I could just deliberately die. Eat other animals to evolve. What was the game that I was looking at then? Sure, I had Cube in the title. And it was a SNES game. SNES Cube. Is there a list of SNES games? And I could just do a search. I was trying to, I'd be curious if it was related, because you know, same platform and all, pretty much. Or maybe, oh, nothing's coming up. Just searching for Q now. I guess I've made it up. Weird looking back on it, how much reviewers play up its weirdness. Stuff is just normal these days. Yeah, to be honest, I feel sometimes a little bit ugh with indie stuff. I sometimes feel like it tries too hard to be different. What was the one I was looking at the other day? I feel like every time I open Gematsu, it's like something RPG announced, and it's always like some juxtaposition. Like, I don't know, dog training RPG announced by indie dev blah blah blah, or something like that, you know. Metroidvania with an RPG cafe twist or something. I mean, I guess you've got to. Can this random encounter just go in the bin? Or maybe I should just let me go away. Let me go away. Please stop bumping into me. Oh my god. I want to save the game just in case my plan doesn't work, but whatever. I want to deliberately lose this fight. I'm just going to turn auto on. Go. Yeah, what was the one I saw? I could look at Gematsu, I guess, but I feel a bit cheeky. I don't want to call somebody out that's trying their best to make an indie game, but I'm pretty sure it was on Gematsu. Let's have a look. Gematsu's not going to play nasty noises at me though, is it, while I'm trying to do this? Oh my god, get that night screen on. If you start hearing weird sounds, let me know. I'm going to try and multitask getting out this dungeon while I'm checking the news. I can't see this area though. How does one get out? There we go. I remember that lantern. Oh, that was wretched. Oh, did you see that Final Fantasy VI Tactics hack thing? I saw that. I'm not really sure what I was looking at though. Began its life as a 64 game. A lot of games seem to have done that on the GameCube. Somebody dead. Oh, you know what? I forgot to check. It says Annapurna Interactive, and they did, didn't they do... They're the people that publish The Unfinished Swan? I want to check. They didn't have a new game coming out, did they? Looks slick. I wasn't that impressed with what I saw, but maybe I just looked at the wrong thing, but it just looked like it looked like Final Fantasy Tactics. But then I saw another video which showed like a sort of cutscene on an airship, and that was a little bit more interesting. I think I'd skipped through the good bit in the video by mistake. I just want to get out of this dungeon. I'm going to let them kill me. It's going to be faster because I'm going to be here forever confused. I don't think there's any penalty to dying. Although, trying to die in itself is going to be a bit difficult. Scorn coming to PlayStation 5. Isn't Scorn that naughty game? That's not what I'm looking for. Backpacking adventure RPG. See, that sort of thing. Backpacking adventure RPG. Okay. Actually sounds kind of interesting though, I have to say. That wasn't the one that I saw, but I'm sort of interested now. Oh yeah, I saw there's a new Asterix and Obelix game coming out. Like, what? Let me turn auto off actually. Or maybe I'll leave it on. I can't find any more examples now, so I guess I'm exaggerating. Roller Coaster Tycoon Adventure Deluxe. Hello. I want some Roller Coaster Tycoon. I haven't played that in years. Is that going to be the first one? Oh, I used to love Roller Coaster Tycoon. Laundromat Brawler RPG. Is that actually real? Because I really would believe it. That's an old series. There's an old series. Oh, 7 Taxis is very cool. Scorn is the Giga Influence one now. Isn't Scorn the North that like kind of rude, naked, like bits weird? I don't know. I don't even want to say. I heard it was all shock and no substance too. Am I going backwards? I can't remember now. Asterix and Obelix. Oh yeah. Oh, we're back to Switch now. Mario, what's it? But well, whatever. My point still stands. You get Laundromat Brawler RPGs. I used to read the comics. I loved Asterix and Obelix. I used to read them when I was a little preteen, I guess. I used to read them on holiday as well. Had a few. Scorn and Agony. Which is the one that's supposed to be kind of crap, but is visually shocking. Like lots of nudity and blood. And I think it's got a metaphor that's not very pleasant. Is that Agony? Both? One of them's supposed to be not very good. Let me have a look. Agony. Extreme physical or mental suffering. No, I don't want the definition. Survival game. Agony. This doesn't look like the game that I'm thinking of. But it looks very weird. Scorn. Wait, are you still here, Chrono Gear? It's whatever you were playing the other day. What were you playing the other month? Knowing you, it was probably Scorn, because you tend to play new stuff. Mixed reviews, 4 out of 10 on GameSpot. Woof, I think it's Scorn. Agony was sort of Dante's Inferno. Yeah, I think it's Scorn that I'm thinking about. In fact, she just needs, she needs more health, but she's fine. So many enemies. Let's forget Scorn. Let's talk about Asterix and Obelix, because that is a good memory. I used to generally laugh out loud at Asterix. I still think it's good. I was trying to get my nephew to look at them, but I don't think he's interested. I've got my old ones back in the UK. There's an Asterix game on the Mega Drive I'd like to play at some point. Though I don't think it's very good. I don't think many of the Asterix games are very good. They should make a... Maybe they did, but they should make an Asterix RPG. See, I'm doing it now. Do you know what I do think, though? I'll tell you what I do think. I was saying this the other day in the private messages, but I've noticed that there's a trend on YouTube in the West, I guess with sort of quirky Japanese games. They love to say that everything's like an RPG of something, and it's not even an RPG. Or like a JRPG or whatever. You've seen like Asterix Push and Brewing Tactical RPG. I play that. You see, like it's like that Code R game that I was showing you. I've seen YouTube. I was almost fooled myself. Well, I sort of did buy it for that reason, but I bought it because it's Quintet. But you'll see that there's YouTube videos, and it's like they call it a racing RPG. I don't really see how it's an RPG at all. It's got dialogue. To me, it looked like a racing visual novel, which is not quite the same thing, or a racing adventure game if you want to use the Japanese genre. Then recently I saw that someone talk about Uno, and it's like it's an Uno RPG, and I'm looking at it, I'm just thinking, just looks like Uno in a visual novel to me. Don't see any combat or stat growths or, you know, walking around talking to NPCs. Just looks like a kind of visual novel. See, Racing Lagoon is called an RPG, and that looks more like it has RPG-esque elements to it. Because you drive around and I think you improve your car. But yeah, sometimes I feel like the term RPG is sort of a trap to just get, because there's people like me that will play anything if you call it an RPG. My wallet just opens. I have a lot of stuff because it's an RPG. Right, we're almost out of this horrible place. I need to go and get all my stuff. I probably will be level 43 by the time we've got through. See, I got Kudelka, which was the, what was Kudelka? The sexiest horror RPG on the PlayStation. Oh, you can fuck off. I just got a warp item. Now that I've finally climbed my ass out. Oh, my God. Absolute mood. I mean, I'm still not out, but I'm through the worst of it. Ridiculous. Alright, do you sell warp feathers? Because I need them all. Troll game. Let's get those lanterns. What's all this stuff? Battle suits? We've all got battle suits. Ancient shield. Is that an upgrade? I don't even know if has anybody got an ancient shield on? You have, and you have. Okay, so let's get the other one then. I don't have enough actually to buy everybody one. I shall give the ancient shield to... Prince. Okay. Too bad I can't afford the last one. He's got a diamond shield on those. I'm wondering whether I should change it. Yeah, you can just burn. What's just the elixir worth? I'm tempted to just sell it. Where did I get rum from? Most relatable, oh dear. This is me dropping another F-bomb. Techie Rob will never let me live it down. Bless him. No! Why do people only clip me when I'm dropping F-bombs? Or rather, why am I always dropping F-bombs? Oh, I need to clean up my act. There's a lot of them now. It's starting to become a thing. What else did I need to buy? That'll be that. I bet you the next time I get a shout out on Techie Rob's channel, that'll be the one that comes up, and he'll be like, "Really, really." Right, I need to get a feather, a warp feather, but not this warp one. That's a warp wing. I need a warp feather. I don't remember which shop in the game sells a warp feather though. Is the problem? Was it maybe the first town of the whole game? Actually, wasn't there that shop in Fungus? That was like the only item shop where I couldn't sell anything because all they sold was warp stuff. Have I still got the volume up? Oh, I have. I'm echoing from that clip. Sorry if that was echoing down the microphone. Just heard my own voice. Yuck. I never seen a single clip of you saying anything that wasn't entirely wholesome. Exactly. I mean, it was wholesome. It was a wholesome fucking hell. There we go. Let's just get a couple of those in case I want to leave the dungeon for some reason. Especially if the person who shouts tries to run a clean stream. Oh my god. Anybody that runs a clean stream shouldn't have those sorts of shout outs though. Oh my god. I forgot that was still a command. I need to rest. Maybe I'll go get a coffee. I need to get another coffee, so maybe I'll do that. How long do we do no cursing? I don't even remember. Did I say 10 minutes? 5 minutes? How long is a coffee? I meant to delete that, and then I forgot. I'll tell you why. I don't mind having it now though, but I wanted to delete it because there was somebody that used to use it. They're not here anymore. They always used to use it at the most irritating moments, and it just felt like a troll sort of thing. Now it's comical and whimsical, but you know, I don't know, like really angry at the end of a game. I've actually got a tepid coffee in front of me, so I could drink that for a minute. But you know, you're like, something had gone really wrong or something in a game and really annoyed, and I'd be like, oh my god, I can't believe that, like what, and then it'll be, oh, time to redeem the don't swear thing, and it just makes me just be like, oh, fuck off. Oh, whoops, that's the end of that. Get tired of trying to, yeah, sometimes it's read the room, like it wasn't the right, it wasn't funny, it was just annoying. So, but yeah, it was just one of the, that's just the default thing anyway. You lasted a while. I tried my best. But yeah, I'm personally, it's funny because Big Tall Not Small, a streamer that I like to watch, has talked about this on his channel, but I'm personally not a big fan of the, of like, and here's just a little hint for you watching, but I'm not really a fan of the chat versus, oh hey Retro. I'm not really a fan of chat versus streamer culture. I'm not here to be like trolled and mocked and argued with. Like, I'd rather have the we're like hanging out together atmosphere, not the you versus me. Like, I'm not gonna eat red hot chili peppers or something for like 10 bits. I'm not interested in that sort of an environment. Chat versus stream, yeah, I just can't be arsed with it. It's not my style. I mean, and each to their own. Some people, that's their gig and whatever, but I'm more just like, I really like video games. And do you know, I always said it was, I'd have put this in my about if I had enough space, but when I was younger, I used to like, if I had a new game or a game that I really liked, I had an older brother, and I'd always really enjoy when he would come in my room and look at what I'm playing and talk about it or something. So sometimes, like, it's kind of sad, embarrassing, but I used to leave the door open. I'd leave the door open on purpose. I remember doing this when I was like 7 or something, because I'd hope that he'd be curious about what I'm playing. Same with my dad, really, but my dad was never interested in games. Every so often he would, but not really. But it was that sort of thing, and then Twitch just feels like an extension of that desire. Like, hey, look at what I'm playing. Come on in. Come and sit down in my bedroom and see what I'm playing today. Which is not really the same vibe as, like, try and piss me off. Do you know what I mean? Right, where are we going? Have I got everything I need? Probably. Let's save, though. Let's make 2 saves. Let's make a save here. But yeah, I'm very much the being on the same level. I don't want to feel like, I mean, sometimes I don't mind a piss take. A bit of a cheeky piss take can be funny sometimes. You know, a bit of, I should call it banter, but banter sometimes gets abused. Right, let's walk. Because, I mean, if anybody's seen me on Quantum Player 1 stream, sometimes it can be a bit spicy, but it's more like reading the room, and it can be reciprocated, but on the whole, I don't really want people just being noxious. Like, if you're laughing together, that's the difference. Like, I can go into Quantum's chat and be a bit sarcastic about what he's doing or something, but it's like you're laughing together rather than at them. I don't like laughing at people, I'd rather laugh with people. And I don't like being laughed at on the other side of it too. laugh with me. I mean, it's like that lovely clip that you did, Kura, that I saw. It was hang on, I can't talk and read the final dungeon, but when I hit that golf, Arnold Palmer's golf, and I used the wrong club, it's funny, you know. I think it's odd when people that want to antagonize the streamer then get pissed off if they don't fancy. Yeah, it's like, you know, I'm a person. Like, I've been at work all day, and I'm like, this is the real thing. Like, I'm not a Twitch partner. This is not my living. This is, I mean, it'd be nice if it could support me, but that's not why I'm streaming right now. I've been at work all day. This is me unwinding, wanting to have a nice conversation with some people, playing a game. I hope we have a good time. That's my kind of vibe. That's what I'm doing, you know. So, you know, I haven't come online after work to just be, what's the word? What did you use? Antagonize. That's a good word. I think that's the best way to look at it, really. Like, you have to remember who people are. A lot of people, they've been at work all day and they're just having a nice time. Both sides enjoy them pointing out and going, ha ha. Yeah, stuff like that, that's fine. Oh, we got a diamond sword. I'm tempted to go away and sell that. Already. I don't know how much it's worth, though. Probably not enough. Don't prove cheekiness in my stream, and I'm unanimous in that opinion. You're a lovely guy to chat to, though. You still streaming? Because I never catch you. I don't feel like I've seen notifications, though. Shout you out. Retro Interroster streams are great. There was a time when I feel like everybody that was here knew Retro Interroster streams anyway, but I think at this point some of y'all don't, and you should. Always stream something interesting, and not what you'd expect. I've just got another warp feather. Too busy, get back to someday. Thanks for the shout. You're alright. You still have one of my favourite clips of Grand Theft Auto Vice City. It was probably one of the funniest, like, 10 minutes of my life. Watching you driving around on a motorbike. I was just checking I didn't miss anything in chat. Everybody's got pink names right now. You've all got pink names and you're blurring together. Right, let's try and get all the way back in. Right, where was the thingy? Joshua. I don't. You know what? I'm gonna peek. I don't. No, I'm not gonna peek. I don't think this is the final dungeon though. There was a bit more to the guide that I saw. So what I might do. Damn yeah. Whoa, you're blue. How green. How bizarre. Everybody's pink. Everybody likes that pink. Dreamy Magenta's that colour. Mechalavos is that colour. But yeah, when I was looking for where to go on the guide, I think there was like one or two. I think there was some. I didn't really want to read it, but I saw. You know when you see in your side eye, I saw blah 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 tower or something like. So maybe there's another location after this, which will suit me fine because I don't think I'm gonna have the energy to do the finale. But I would like to at least sort of like get through this dungeon and say, or at least save at the end of it. What is it doing? Let me read. Red light. Oh, it's because I'm on auto. It's nice to have the finale set up for the next stream. This was supposed to be that. But I didn't go live until 1 AM. I wasn't to be honest, I really wasn't feeling very good earlier. I was in 2 minds to cancel completely. Then I started to feel a little bit better. I was wondering if I had a fever. Oh, what is going on in this fight? Why isn't it dying? Keeps one-shotting people. I'm gonna have to cancel this. I don't know what's going on with the AI. Can I cancel my auto fight, please? Oh, no, I've cancelled. Cancel auto. Oh, now you all attack. Oh, whatever. Hate the idea of a stream versus chat too. I think it's fine for special events or something, but like, I want to have a nice time on the street. Yeah. I think as well, for me personally, I think if you don't set that up initially, it's hard to bring it back afterwards, kind of thing. Yeah. Gale. Gale, 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 what are we going to do with you? A little bit of banter's fine, but like you say, it should be... Well, I mean, you'll know exactly what I mean, though, because you're from the UK too, but we use the word banter a lot in the UK, and sometimes I think people use banter as just an excuse to be rude to people. Like, oh, it's just a bit of banter. It's like, it's not a bit of banter, you just want to be rude. And pretend it's banter. Banter, I don't like I actually don't really like the word banter anymore, because I feel like it's been grossly abused. Bullying, exactly. It's just, it's a bit of banter. No, it's not. It's a bit vicious, actually. Very hard to course correct the culture. Yeah. I don't think that there's anything like that here, though, from anybody that's really been here. I think everybody's pretty chill. I think the majority, I don't know everybody, but I feel like the majority of us are of a certain age anyway. I think retro tends to lend itself more to that. But not always. Banter's just being a prick for the sake of, exactly. You say that now, but you forgot that I'm saving a check at Z. That's hateful. Do you see what I mean, though? Like, I joke about that, like, but I did low-key, right? The way that I worded that was sort of on purpose. I don't mind, though. It is in the spirit of good fun, but what did I even write? I can't even remember my own things. I don't remember my own words. Was it Mega Panel? Yeah, do you even like me? Like, like you redeem a 12-hour of Mega Panel. It's like, why would you do that? And then, yeah, no, Chakan was a bit differently worded. Oh yeah, did you not read the descriptions? Oh, I suppose you won't do if you don't click on them. Click on them and read them. That's what they're there for. What's Chakan? Only the most hardcore would watch me long enough to get this many points and also want to see more Chakan. Who hurt you? But sometimes it is like that though, because like, I don't know. Sometimes things are funny for a brief moment, like Hardy Har. But joke's on you, you gotta watch it. Or not, I guess. But like, I don't know. It's like if I was to say like, there's two types of people. There's those chaotic people, aren't there? But if I was to say that, okay, we'll do a points thing where you can, because Big Tall has this actually. Hang on, this fight. I need to sort my TV out. The timer's come on. It's going to turn off in about 7 minutes. Tradition on my stream now to have to turn the TV timer off. But Big Tor Not Small has a redeem because he's doing an Xbox challenge, and one of the redeems is for him to replay one of the Xbox games that he's done. And I said as a joke, because there was this game that he hated it. It was like Da Vinci Code or something. I said, oh, you know, Da Vinci Code, I could redeem that, or like that crappy surfboarding game that he did. But at the end of the day, I don't want to watch you play that again either. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't get how, but some people do, or they do, but they don't think about it because it's like you redeem it, but like, Josh, you want to see that? I don't. I don't want to watch you play that awful game again. Once was enough. Not having fun. It's really fun. Yeah. And there's a different kind of bad. Like there's redeeming what, Air's Adventure. That would be funny in a couple of years. But if someone redeemed it, like if I had it right now and then they redeemed like, oh yeah, replay Air's Adventure, I'd be like, no, no, this isn't gonna be very fun at all. Bad but funny time, yeah. But bad, actual bad times. Bit cooler down this way today. It's hot and horrible here. Thank you for the points towards the SNED Odyssey then. Don't feel like you need to just because it's there though. It's more just I'm curious if people are actually interested in that. I'll be devastated if we don't make the goal. I'll rig it. It's fine. I'll rig it. I'll just extend it. I just clicked on the thing though, and I just saw the moan at me for not playing the 11th hour yet. Whoops. Shall I make another one for that? Adding incentives to strip me. I am. That's the real reason. You're not wrong. You're low-key not wrong at all. I'm worried how many points some of you have, so they need to go away. Points are so weird. I wish you could see. I wish you could know who, at least like just like who has the top 10. How many do they have? Because it makes it bad to like, you want to make a redeem, but if someone could instantly just do it. And I don't like how predictions work. I would do more predictions. You got 29k. I would do more predictions if I thought that people couldn't just get crazy points by accident. Because isn't it stupid? Like you could bet 10 points, and if you win, but everybody bet the other way, you'll get all the points. But yeah, that means someone could be on their way to redeeming Chakam. Do you know? I was considering doing a redeem though of replaying some Mega Drive games. I think it would be quite fun, particular ones. But I wouldn't necessarily commit to completing them again. But I'd play them. 29,000 C. To be fair, I'm nowhere near Chakan. You priced it very sensibly. Oh, it's pretty much. I don't even know if it's achievable. Is it even achievable? 100,000 points. Is it achievable without doing predictions? I mean, at least it's not going to be anytime soon. I don't even hate Chakan that much anymore, to be honest. There's worse than that. It was just at the specific moment in time when I was playing Chakan, it was quite dark. It was starting to take a little bit of a toll. I had a drink or two at the time though, but it was, yeah, that game was really starting to piss me off. It's everything. It was like the music, the janky gameplay, the difficulty. It was all just, oh. But for the old folks, yeah, I won't be able to play Chakan when I'm in the old folks' home. At least you've got infinite lives. It's funny when games like never can have a laugh, but it was just a naff game. Yeah. Well, I would say there's the biggest sins for bad games are two things. One being incredibly difficult, so that you can't finish it easily. That's a bad game. And the other, and that's what Chakan commits the sin of being. The other is being boring. Case in point, Sonic Boom is a really bad game, but it's also incredibly boring, so that makes it, you know, people say like, oh, Sonic Boom, it's not as bad as Sonic 2006. I'd argue it's worse because it's boring. Sonic 2006 is a terrible game, but it's also incredibly entertaining at the same time. It's funny bad. Yeah, Sonic 06, but at the same time, Sonic 06 does commit the sin of being very, very difficult too, though. It's very difficult because it's broken. I got really bad rage at Sonic 6 when I played it. I would like to stream that one day, but I'm not sure if it's safe for me to stream that because that game really tilted me when I tried to play it. Because you know, you only get 3 lives, is it, for a stage? And I remember doing, was it the Kingdom stage where you're carrying the princess or something, like somewhere near the end, and just kept dying, like going around loops and flying off out the fucking level and dying and being, ugh, why? Trying to beat Crisis City, that was awful. It was no use. I had Ruined Kingdom. That was the one that... Ruined Kingdom was when I was really, really starting to get angry at that game. 06 was trying to be more than a cash in. Yeah, Boom. Well, Boom was supposed to be good though, because it had good good pedigree behind it. It had the guy that did from Naughty Dog, didn't it? I think Boom was just... Wasn't Boom... It had problems. I think being stuck on the Wii U for a start. Didn't they have to scrap their game engine at one point or something so it wouldn't run properly? There's a whole thing about Sonic Boom and why it's as bad as it is, but unfortunately it's just not as interesting as Sonic 06, so it's just gonna be a bad game now. There's no autosave in 06, yes. Wasn't aware 06 is that difficult. It's been called to me to try it. Not for 1999. I've got it. I'll play it at some point. I mean, before I started this Mega Drive Odyssey, the original plan was to go through the Sonic library. I still would like to do that at some point. So at some point I'll stream it. Or at least as much of the library as I can get my hands on, because some of it's a bit hard, like Sonic the Popcorn game or whatever. But the problem with 06 is that it's broken a lot of the time. Yeah, you can beat it, it's very unfair. It's frustrating because sometimes you'll die because the game just freaked out, you know? Yeah, the game just has a moment. Like 1 minute you'll be running around the corner and then you'll just fly through the fucking corner and die for no reason, and it's like... Ugh, and then but that's, you know, funny haha the first time, but the 20th time when you've now got a game over and got to start the whole level again, it's not funny anymore when you just fly through a corner. It's like, come on! Or you take a loop and he just drops dead halfway through it because it's done some bizarre physics thing or whatever. No! Why? And some of the boss fights were pretty awful. I beat it as Sonic, and I went back and tried to do it as Shadow, and I'll tell you where I pieced out. I got to the bit where you get Shadow's vehicle, and it's got all these like lasers that instant kill you, like these gates. I turned it off. I'd had enough. One day I'd like to finish the whole game, but I was so over it. Oh no. Can't be doing with that. I finished Sonic Boom though. Sonic Boom's easy. It's really easy. You can't die. It's absolutely pathetic. It's kind of sort of made for kids, but kids ain't that bad. You can't die. You instantly respawn on the spot. The game's just janky. Weird frame rates. I played it in Japanese as well, which is even worse because I don't feel like it was very interesting in Japanese. I think the show Sonic Boom is quite funny, and it probably was better in English as a video game. But I'm not buying an entire Wii U just to play Sonic Boom in English. Although I probably would if it was a good game, but it's not. But it's a very boring game, and it's very repetitive. Boring writing. Yeah, it is. It's not a very interesting plot. I watched some of the cutscenes in English on YouTube. It feels like it could have been something though. It looked like it. I don't know. It feels like it had the blueprint behind it. You know, the conversation in the games room, but then it just nothing happened. Oh, the show's really good. I liked Sonic Boom. What I watched of it, I thought it was really good. What we doing? Did I just use that or my? No, I've used it now. Right, let's save. I love Sonic, but I can't defend Sonic Boom. It's a really bad game. Tell you what's better though is the DS version. I played the first one. I bought the second one, but I've not played it yet. But the DS Sonic Boom is I mean, it's not amazing, but it's a lot better than the Wii U counterpart. Fire and Ice, what I've played of that so far, which is about all of 15 minutes, look quite good. But again, I have them in Japanese, and I don't like Sonic in Japanese. I find it boring. I don't like the voice acting in Japanese as much. I don't know, I think it's just nostalgia and childhood, but I played Sonic Boom and the writing's not very interesting. A lot of Sonic I think comes through better in English because it's of the way. I think 90s cool culture, 90s sort of, yeah, that Sonic as a character comes through better in English. To me anyway. Have to say, I really quite enjoyed the first Sonic film. I thought they got a lot right. And then the second film was really, really bad. Uh-oh. Who are you? Jabba? Jabba? Is he gonna be the upgrade of that horrible wizard thing that I've hated this entire game? Repark? Huh? He's surrounded in light? What's that? Is that gonna mean evasion? What? Oh, it'll be a reflection thing, won't it? Probably reflecting magic. Well, I don't give a shit. I'm not using any. Well, maybe the auto will. We got Rad Robotnik. I don't know how cool JP Eggman is, but Robotnik is the better. Yeah. I think there were different attempts at mascots in video games. I'll get back to that thought once I catch up on chat. Second film I really enjoyed, but I wasn't really structured. I personally didn't like it. I hate to be that person that's just like being like totally 100% like counter. Oh, I didn't. Sorry, kind of thing. But I can't lie. I didn't really like the second film. Like the West had tons of them. Second film was high and lows. I like the non-Eggman. Humans played less of the role, but the role that it was really shoehorned. It was terrible. That whole wedding sequence I was cringing. I remember talking to my brother after, was like, what was that all about? The whole magic, so yeah, exactly. It was I think I was messaging you at the time on Discord when I was watching it, like, seriously, this is terrible. I like the finale of the second film. But I tell you where the film got really bad. It was when they turned up in the was it in Ukraine or Serbia or something, and they did the dance in the brawly looking pub. That's when the you know how we have the expression like jump shark. It jumped shark, or in Indiana Jones' case, it was the nuclear refrigerator thing. When they started dancing in that inn, that was the end of the second film for me, and it just was a hot mess after that. But back to what you said, reach out and touch. I always read your name weird because of that capital T. I always want to say like Richu. Were there many attempt mascots in video games? I mean, Crash Bandicoot Spyro, I would say. Definitely. They did well. Crash Bandicoot especially. Spyro did really well. He had a whole toy line, didn't he? Not my generation, but I guess it was popular with kids. Skylander? Zoolander? Zoolander's a Ben Stiller film, isn't it? I haven't even seen that. I've seen bits of it now. What else is there? I mean, sort of Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank, definitely. Jak and Daxter less so, I think. Jak and Daxter could have been, but I think it didn't really do very well after the initial game. I say mascots in Japan, because in the West there were tons. Yeah, it was that 90s 2 thing. I mean, in Japan, what would there be? Actually, there's one that I've got on my shelf. I was just looking to the side of me. There's Hermie Hopperhead, which feels like it was an attempt to do something. I'd stream that at some point. I was always going to chuck it in the games that I picked out the other day, but I kind of wanted to do something that was a bit longer. Hermie Hopperhead. I mean, it's failure, but it was an attempt. I mean, you've got Donkey Kong in a way. I feel like Donkey Kong feels Western, but it isn't really. I mean, you got Kirby. Although, is Kirby really a mascot? When is it a mascot and when is it not? There's Aero the Acrobat, which is the same time as Mario. And Aero the Acrobat is pretty much, at one point it was almost like Sunsoft's mascot. Although I'm pretty sure Aero the Acrobat, let me just double check, but I'm sure that Aero the Acrobat is Western made, but just published by Sunsoft. I don't think they made it though. But then for some reason they seem to use it a lot in their logos. Developer Iguana, yeah, an American developer, a Type Planet. I mean, to be honest, yeah, that's why it was. Who did Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel? Well, that's Iguana as well. Feels like the West tried to have cool characters, but Japan had more cutesy characters. But I don't know anything about Japan. I mean, as a rule, they usually do, yeah, but I feel like Sonic was trying to break away from that at the time, which is sort of probably why it was so successful, but less so in Japan. Because Sonia, I'm reading the TV, Sonia is the girl in my party, but Sonic's not popular in Japan at all. It's really a Western thing. Nobody gives a shit about Sonic here. Most kids don't even know the character, except for being, oh, he's in Smash Brothers. That's about as much as they know of Sonic. I haven't met a kid that's seen the film. Yeah, Sega in general are not as popular here. I tell you what, the vibe that I get, and I'm not Japanese, I didn't grow up here, I don't know the whole experience, but the sort of vibe that I get from media that I consume and podcasts that I listen to, I feel like the people that do like Sega in Japan, they really like Sega. They're very loyal and they really like Sega as a company. And I think they're also generally older. I think they're people in their 30s and their 40s that really, really like Sega. I think it's the people that play, because the Mega Drive wasn't that that popular here. And I think it's that generation, the people that did play the Mega Drive, that stuck with Sega all that time. Because when I was watching the, I say that like, oh, nobody really seems to care about Sega or Sonic or whatever, but then you watch the presentation on YouTube for the Mega Drive Mini 2, when that was being announced, the comments, like people going wild about these games that you've never heard of as a Western person, but people were like, whoa. What was it? What was the one that really... Was it the Mega CD game? Something to do with Lip? I can't remember what it's called now. Lip something. It was on the Mega Drive Mini 2. Oh, Silky Lip. Yeah, people were like, whoa, what about, I've never heard of this game until that presentation. But I guess it was a popular thing at the time, and then there's other stuff like that too. I mean, there's a whole fan base for Hudson and this sort of video game. There's a whole PC fan base, but I think there tends to be a lot more of the hardcore sort of gamers. Need more MP. I don't know about mascots, because what else is Sega? Right, well, I've been that side, so here we are. Go down here. It's pretty straightforward. I mean, Mario's not... I guess he's cute, but it's kind of weird, isn't it? I can't think of any successful mascots. Maybe some failures. I guess you could argue Mega Man's a mascot character. I feel like Mega Man's probably the most successful. But then, I don't know, what makes a mascot? There tend to be, people think of them as animals. I mean, when is it a mascot and not just the character of an action game or something? I mean, Mega Man's really big. I mean, there's quite a lot of Japanese retro streamers that they play Mega Man, and then I mean, there's one that I watch, and he's always playing Mega Man. I just play it over and over again. Working Plumber Man, yeah. I mean, you think it's funny though, but it seemed to work everywhere. It's clearly a winning formula, because it's not even just a Japanese thing. My nephew's obsessed with Mario. All mascots started as a character. Just the mascots are the ones that are popular enough to slap on logos and use for additional marketing. I feel like the term mascot character was very much associated with the 90s in particular, though, where they seem to just churn them out. I think it's almost like when the game became an afterthought. It was the concept, like just let's make a fast talking animal. Because you've got all those ones like Bubsy, you've got, what's the other one? Awesome Possum, you've got, is it that? Somebody Lightfoot, you've got Zool, you've got, what did I just say? Aero the Acrobat, Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel, prototype mascot character. Oh, I think you're fair in saying that. I don't think Mario was particularly a mascot character. I think Sonic was the trendsetter then. I think the wave of what came afterwards, because most of those games are aimed at a Western audience, and it was Sonic that was big in the West. Not more than, well, not more than Mario, but I mean, at least in Europe he was. And I think they all had the same, because Mario doesn't have attitude. Wasn't cool. Sonic was very much that, you know, tisk tisk tisk, I'm a gallant hedgehog, touch me, you'll get burned. And then you got Bubsy, like, what could possibly go wrong? Everybody's chasing it. Yeah, I think Mario's was just a bit different at the time though compared to the others. I don't feel like most of the other mascots were trying to emulate Mario, because they all there's no coincidence that they were all choosing to be animals. I guess Green Dog was, maybe Chuck Rock. Art culture I don't like in the West. I like Sonic though. I kind of like Sonic when he's not being such an arrogant arse though, and I don't think he was in all that media. See, I'm from the UK, and I always felt that Sonic was a little bit more reserved in the comics that we had. I don't know about the American comics. I actually didn't really like the TV cartoon show as much, you know, with the Sonic Says, the original animated series. I preferred that to Sonic Underground though, which I thought was depressing. I know a lot of people really liked that. I didn't. I liked the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, but I did find his character a little bit annoying compared to mine. So basically, most of my love for Sonic really came from the comics. It was really the UK comics that drilled him in as a character to me, and he was a hero in the comics. He did have his quips, but he was mostly a good guy kind of thing. And then I played the games, and it all sort of went hand in hand. Adventures of Sonic was all about Robotnik. But I don't remember too many episodes, to be honest. I definitely watched it. It was just one of those shows that was on. And then I played Mean Bean Machine, which used the characters from it. I liked the robot characters that they had in that show. But I didn't like Sonic Underground as a kid. And I remember, maybe I would like it more now, but I remember just thinking it was very depressing. I always thought Sonic was a very colourful game, and Sonic Underground was too edgy for me. And I hated the theme song. I really, really didn't like the song. I used to turn it off, but pretty much there. I think the song really put me off the show. Mascot of Nintendo, the researchers the console in North America. See, I always think you have a different history depending on where you come from. I think we talked about this before, but unfortunately YouTube is very America biased, and if you grew up in the UK in the 90s, you'd have quite a different view about the Nintendo Sega thing and the Sonic Mario thing. And it's also just a difference in generation too, I think, in the UK, because I know that Angel Interceptor, for example, who is a little bit older than me, not a great deal older though, I don't think, but is very much more into Mario than I am, but she started gaming probably more the NES Master System era, where I started in the Mega Drive era. And everybody I knew as a kid in the neighborhood, in the village, everybody was Sonic mad. Nobody was. I don't remember anybody even having Mario except me. And I got Mario much later, when it was like the end of the Super Nintendo's life was when I got Mario. What am I doing with Celios? But yeah, I think just in the UK and maybe Europe, it's quite a different picture than what YouTube paints of what was necessarily popular. English language internet is huge. Yeah, everything in general usually is, to be honest. I mean, we see all the tropes on YouTube talking about the great video game crash or whatever it was, which didn't happen anywhere else except America, but apparently it's like this significant historical event for everybody. and all these, all these influential big RPG games. Except like if you lived in the UK, you didn't play any of them because they didn't come out. So we had our own things. It's like people say about, this isn't my personal experience, but I feel like it's true for probably quite a few people in Europe. But people talk about Final Fantasy and Phantasy Star and things like that. Well, we didn't get Final Fantasy. We did get Phantasy Star. So I know that Mystical Machine Gun's very fond of Phantasy Star, and that's because he played it as a child. And he's from Australia, which is the PAL territory, and I think it's probably the same sort of scenario. They didn't get the Final Fantasy games or the Chrono Triggers, but they did get Phantasy Star, so it's very much a different cultural experience. But YouTube doesn't necessarily reflect that. People will be like, Phantasy Stars are the games the hidden RPGs that you didn't play, and it's like, well, maybe not where you grew up, you didn't. I didn't play Phantasy Star because it was expensive and I wasn't choosing the games that I played at that age. Gaming in Europe had a lot of problems until recently. What do you mean? A drink. Wasn't released in Spanish. Well, for the longest time, as far as I'm aware, most European countries just had to put up with English. When I was playing Suikoden last year, which I didn't finish, but whoops, I remember somebody came in the stream and said that they worked on the German fan translation for Suikoden. They translated it from the English into German because it never had an official German release. And the newly announced Suikoden HD remaster, I think, is going to be translated officially into German for the first time ever. Ever heard of this weird super niche unknown platformer called Dizzy? Very big brain YouTuber somewhere probably. Yeah, most people, I would say a lot of Brits know Dizzy. Whether they like it or not is a different thing. Way later. Yeah, that was the other thing too. That's another thing that I think is very important when you talk about your gaming experience and your gaming history. It's like you just said, stuff came out later too. Like I keep Mandela of YouTube is making me forget my. I don't mean this sounds like it's really deep. I don't mean it's like forget my own history. But it does make me forget my order of events because I'm so used to hearing all this information, not just YouTube but Wikipedia. But like I hear, people will say like, oh, Crusader of Senti, like, oh, I think I got that when it was new in like 1995 or something, or 96, and people will be like, no, it came out in 94, and I'm like, yes, but we didn't get it until 95 or 96, you know what I mean? So it was new then for me. I'm growing up in the US and I've been playing Phantasy Star and I now feel blessed after listening to all of that. Phantasy Star's great though. I really like Phantasy Star, especially for games where adapted to PAL frame rates. Yeah, the PAL frame rate stuff was a mess. Probably explains why PCs were bigger in Europe than earlier consoles. Were they? I don't know, to be honest. I mean, in my life, I never had PCs, and my friends, we mostly did consoles. I think it depends what age you are, too. And kids were more likely to play consoles. Becoming assimilated. How are you, Quantum? How's it going? Happy, whatever. Don't actually care though. This is turning into a maze and I don't have time for mazes at 4 AM. I'm good, happy. Sorry I asked. We were just talking about YouTube history stuff. Not UK Ireland, I think, or Sweden, but most. That's the other thing too. You can say at the same time that the UK isn't even all of Europe when it comes to video games either. Do you care? Don't let them change. I know. I do. I care. I want to know how you are. Oh, there we go. That's a dead end. That's good. People do struggle though. I think putting things in. I try my best, but people struggle to put things in context. I think with gaming YouTube. Oh, I'm debating getting another coffee before I start this rant, but I feel like the rant is too prime. But I'm going to. I'll hold that thought. I need to top up my coffee before we tackle the rest of this maze. I'm gonna be 2 or 3 minutes. Stretch my legs too. But I want to just talk about when games come out. I shall be back. No, I'm not muted, I'm just unorganised. I changed the seed and then decided I'd forgotten something. But thanks for checking, because it has been known to happen. Not muted. You can't silence me. Every video game ever was in the ET. Yeah, my god. I never heard of this ET game until YouTube. I mean, I wasn't really alive when ET was the thing anyway. I don't think. I've never seen ET. The NES Seal of Quality did more for Seal's career than any of his music. I have to call you out on your Saturn remark though. Some excellent 16-bit exclusives. How dare you? There's some good stuff on Saturn. I think the thing with the Saturn, for me, I think it would be interesting to see how far the developers could have taken the Saturn had it lasted a bit longer in its life, because it sort of pieced out at the time when the PlayStation wasn't really still teething really graphically. I mean, what's peak Saturn? I think we forget how old. I'm just trying to get comfy. Forget how old the PlayStation and the Saturn were, because like the PlayStation came out in, was it 94? PlayStation came out in 94-ish, and it was still going until the end of, like 2000, 2001. And so the Saturn sort of ran with it, but pieced out in about, 97, 98? What the Saturn could have perhaps done in those, like, last couple of years, had it had a bit longer, graphically anyway. Actually, on a Saturn I've never fixed. I quite like my Saturn now. I can see why it wasn't as popular in the West, though. They didn't release a lot of the good stuff in the West because they were too busy worrying about things not being 3D and not selling, so they just didn't release it. But if they'd put some of the stuff out, I think it might have done a bit better. But in Japan, the Saturn's not a failure, though. There's tons of games. It takes at least 3 years to learn how to develop for the Saturn. 3D height was play. Yeah, it was. I like 3D though. I do think it was good, but I was never too bothered about 3D or no 3D because I bought Suikoden 1 when I was younger, and it was one of my favourite games and still is, and that wasn't 3D. But the magazines were like, oh dear, these data graphics, no, 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 no. Mode 7's for... What's the thing that the Saturn does? I've forgotten what it is now. It does 2 dual background layers. That's interesting. But yeah, the whole conversation that I wanted to have was just about putting games in context. Some of this I've said before, so it's going to be a bit of a repeat conversation for some people. And you can bet your ass that Legends of Dragoon will be coming up. But I do think that... Especially, I can't do it all the time because I wasn't gaming all the time, like my memories of some games I was a child, but I would say that from about 96, no, maybe not, 98, 97, 98 until, I mean now, really, I'd say that I can place a lot of games quite well into their context. Games older than about 98, I think I'm too young to truly appreciate the context of them. But I can try my best. Like, this came out in 94, and I do remember somebody, and I don't mean to say anything rude, but somebody said this has, maybe it was you, Quantum, actually. Don't remember. If it was you, then whatever, but I think it was, I'm joking. I think it was, they said the graphics for this were this are quite nice, and my thought is because I've now played a lot of Mega Drive, I kind of feel like, well, they better be for 1994. Do you know what I mean? That's when you can place it in the year that it was made. Like, this came out in 1994. This is the end of the Mega Drive's life, so it really should be looking good in 1994. I don't think it looks necessarily the best out of combat. Combat sprites are gorgeous though. Tell you what this game does really well though is just a silly thing, but the font is really nice. It does have a lot of nice colour to it, and the music's really good. I'm the opposite, more right, late 80s to 99. After that, I don't know. I mean, I don't know necessarily everything that's going on now, but I sort of just know where we are at with video games to an extent, even if I haven't been playing them, because my brain is old enough to do that. But what I find funny is people will say that something is like janky or bad or like dated or whatever, but it's like, well, it wasn't at the time, and you have to put it in the, you know, the sort of time period that it came out. And then on the flip side, people will say that, oh, this is a hidden gem, I can't believe this didn't do very well. It's like, well, because you're not really considering that it was actually dated, but when it amongst the lineup that it came out with, you're kind of just putting it in this filter of it's on the PlayStation 1 and it's very good for the PlayStation 1. Yeah, but is it very good for 1996 PlayStation 1 or is it very bad for 1999 PlayStation 1? Because there's a huge difference. This dungeon is quite confusing. Because my case in point, an argument that I like to bring out, there's two that I can think of that are good. There's probably more, but the two main ones that I see is, I see a lot of people criticize Sonic Adventure, and I think that a lot of people that you know, they say, oh, Sonic Adventure was never good, it's a janky platform or whatever. I think most of those people didn't play it on the Dreamcast, they played it on the GameCube, and it's not a very good game on the GameCube compared to what was out on the GameCube, but it was 2-3 years old by then and on a totally different platform. It was on a different generation pretty much, because, you know, Dreamcast was being Sega trying to be first and eventually not lasting long enough. And what people, I think, don't do very well is they can't think that Sonic Adventure came out in very late 1999, I think, in Japan, and we were playing like Crash Bandicoot 3 at that point, Spyro the Dragon 2, and then you got Sonic Adventure. They're quite different in terms of technical prowess and stuff, I think, anyway. Where the chuff am I? Is that where I came in? Let's try the top right. I can't get to the top right. That's a door. But yeah, I feel like that needs to be considered, like when you're thinking about certain games. Like, it's all very well saying Sonic Adventure isn't a very good game in 2003 standards, but it's a very good game in 1999 standards. And I remember playing Sonic Adventure when it was brand new in PAL territory and being absolutely blown away by the graphics and the just next gen feel of it all, because PlayStation 2 wasn't out yet. Or at least, I don't think it was out. I didn't have one. It was on the way out, but it wasn't out yet. I remember playing Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast early, because my brother had bought one, and playing Echo the Dolphin, which just absolutely blew my mind, seeing Echo the Dolphin on the Dreamcast. It was absolutely gorgeous. And then, like I've said quite a few times, but the one that I always bring up is that this sort of retro re-evaluation of stuff like Legend of Dragoon, which is it's a fine game. I'm not going to go into about being a good or bad game or whatever. I've talked about that enough, but just people say that it's sort of like this overlooked hidden gem that people can't understand why it didn't do better, and it's like because it came out after Final Fantasy VIII is why it didn't do well. It came out after Final Fantasy VIII and it came out just before Final Fantasy IX was coming out, so people didn't buy it because they're waiting for Final Fantasy IX because it looked like the gap between Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VIII, and yet it was coming out much later. Partly in fault of it getting a late release in the West, but it was still a bit old in Japan. It's a fine game in its own merits if you just play it in a vacuum of PlayStation 1 stuff, but there's a reason that it didn't do as well at the time. There were other games to play. Same with games like Kudelka, really, and reviews used to have a big influence too. Kudelka got, at least in the UK, Kudelka got panned. And it is a bit flawed anyway, really. I like it though. Oh, we're going to be hitting level 45 soon. Why is this a... oh my god. Where's the exit? Right, is this the... this is the way, I think, that I wanted to go. I'm trying to think what else there is like that. I've heard recently some... just in my own chat and other places too, people sort of re-evaluating Zelda now, that it's not as good as it was, the Ocarina of Time, but I'm just like, oh, I haven't got time for that conversation. Ocarina of Time was fantastic. Saying that Hyrule Field is really small, well, it didn't feel very small to me in 1998. I remember feeling like it took ages to get across. Yeah, I mean, I look back at it, and yeah, I can see that it is a bit smaller. That's because I'm used to bigger games now. But at the time, I felt like the field felt endless. Those flying pineapples. I think people also can't remember they can't try to remember how it was to play it the first time and not know where everything is. I don't know. I was trying to shade at Ocarina of Time a decade ago because being edgy, but also I'm a sucker for him. See, yeah, I don't get why people rave about Majora's Mask much myself personally, and I don't see why there has to be this extremism. I mean, I was talking about this recently because obviously Cobra Commander's playing Slay right now, which is a game that I'm very fond of. I don't really buy into the whole extremism that like only one thing can be true and not the other, or only one thing can exist. We have to pick. We always have to choose. It's either this or this. Majora's Mask is better than Ocarina of Time. Does it matter? Like, can't they both be good games? Yeah, and Dumb Console Warriors. Like, does Sega have to be better than? I've never really given a shit about the whole Mega Drive versus SNES thing. I don't care. I play them both. The only thing I will say, and it's mostly tongue-in-cheek, I think the Mega Drive generally, to me, is more aesthetically pleasing on the sound level. But I tend to find that the Super Nintendo overall has better games. But different genres. The Nintendo has better RPGs, and I love RPGs. It has gorgeous RPGs, gorgeous music for RPGs. Mega Drive has some really good action games, though. Very different. And then I like PlayStation, and I like Sega Saturn. I think I like PlayStation more, though. I think PlayStation 1 is an absolutely amazing console. I think PlayStation in general tends to get... I think it's just too... I don't know. Their identity gets lost, I think, because of PSN and re-releases and stuff. But PlayStation 1's library is amazing. It's full of there's a lot of it's shit, but... Right, do I need to use anything? And get rid of the rum? What am I picking up? I'm not even paying attention. Some games have too much open space. Yeah, and also it's just sometimes it's empty. It's just empty open space. I need to go up there. But I've never actually managed to finish Majora's Mask. I just find it a bit... I don't like the non-linear nature of Majora's Mask, and I'm not... I'm not a huge fan of time travel. As a mechanic in video games, I don't really like time stuff. It was either amazing or awful. I mean, to be honest, this is really shady, but it was either Western or it was Japanese. Or more specifically, it was either American or it was Japanese. I'll let you figure out which one was which. But most of the really bad music tend to be American developed games. Not everyone though, there was some good stuff, but a lot of it was bad. Mostly because they didn't know how to use the sound stuff as well, and they were just using a lazy, like easy mode composition driver which had really shit sounding instruments and limitations. It's not really the machine's fault, it's the people that were making the music for it. Because this game has excellent music, but it's because it's done by... I actually think the chip tunes on this game sound better than the PC Engine's chip tunes. I'm not a fan of this though, but it's trying to be ambiance, isn't it? But I think the SNES can sound dreadful. I mean, in my case in point, I've said this a few times, well, probably not on stream though, but Ys 3 is my best example. If you want to do a SNES versus Mega Drive thing, Ys 3, SNES is absolute garbage. But again, that's not because of the SNES's fault, it's the composition. It's a really bad composition. Really weak sounding naff instruments. Whereas Ys 4 on the Super Nintendo sounds really good, but 3 just sounds... it's just so weak. Ooh, this is looking a little bit conclusive. The Emptiness I don't like, Breath of the Wild is an example. I haven't played that yet. I'm wondering how much I like it. I'm sure I'll enjoy it. To be honest, it's rare that I hate games unless they're actually fundamentally bad, but stuff like that, I'd probably just enjoy it. But yeah, with the whole Majora's Mask Ocarina of Time thing, it's the same thing with, like, I say about Crusader Senti and the Zelda clone conversation. I still stand by my fact that I think for some reason Zelda has a separate rule from most other genres. Doom is the same as well, and Wolfenstein or whatever, you know, everything is a Doom clone. Everything is a Zelda clone. What else is a clone? Can't think of another. There must be another one. Doom clone, Zelda clone, the Dark Souls like. Souls-like I think is a little bit more specific though, because I don't feel like Souls-like in itself is quite as much of a genre as the others are. Metroidvania clones. Metroidvania is also very niche in itself too, but not as much as a Souls-like. I think Souls-like is a really weird one, to be honest, to defend, because I think it is very much a specific formula. Whereas I think a Zelda clone is very unfair. I think a Zelda clone is a lot of what people say are Zelda clones, I would argue actually don't have that much in common with Zelda. They don't play the same, they don't feel the same, they don't look necessarily the same. The only thing that is the same about them is that they usually have a bird's eye view perspective, in the old sense anyway, a bird's eye view perspective, and they are an action-adventure game of some description, perhaps with an RPG element, perhaps with not. But stuff like Crusader of Senti, I've heard people say that the Story of Thor is like a Zelda game, and I think it's very, very not. Story of Thor is like a brawler beat-em-up adventure game. Zelda is an RPG. I got all RPGs. Well, I mean, I would say that JRPGs of that era have more in common with Dragon Quest than Zelda clones have with Zelda. But we don't go around calling every JRPG a clone. They're just JRPGs. We don't say that they're all Dragon Quest clones. But like, what is Final Fantasy 1? It's just doing the same thing that Dragon Quest did. Pretty much almost the same thing. Same presentation, same style of gameplay, same view. It's the same thing, but we don't call it a Dragon Quest clone because nobody cares about Dragon Quest because it didn't come out in a lot of places until later. Well, I guess maybe Dragon Quest 1 did come out in America, but Final Fantasy's bigger now. But then Phantasy Star isn't a Dragon Quest clone, and you're damn right it's not, because it does a lot more. Phantasy Star pushes on the genre. And yet, Alundra is called the PlayStation Zelda. Alundra's got nothing to do with Zelda in my opinion, really. It's a heavy emphasis on platforming. Totally agree on Story of Thor. Hey G, how are you? But yeah, Story of Thor's got closer DNA to Streets of Rage, to be honest. And obviously for good reason. I need to point at FF1 as Square's D&D campaign made into a video game. Yeah. Tara's Advent, a Zelda clone if they knew about it. Alundra, I mean, when is something not a Zelda clone? When you're playing something like Alundra, right? It's a top-down bird's eye view thing, and the hero has a sword, and he has health, and it has dungeons. Is that the criteria? Because what's it got to do with it? It doesn't follow the same... I mean, I guess Alundra has more similarities than Crusader of Senti because it uses items, but Alundra's about like going into dreams. It's the main thing too that I think is the huge difference between all of these games that get called clones that aren't necessarily clones per se, is that I just want to drop some of this shit. I keep having too much inventory. All this rum. They have really big emphasis on story, like Alundra, for example. Although, you know, Alundra's really more compared against, should be compared against Ocarina of Time, because it didn't come out in the SNES era. But I'd say Crusader of Senti has more of an emphasis on story too. Zelda never had much of a plot, not for many games until they bothered to even put a story, and it was usually just the princess is in trouble and we need to stop the big bad. Okay. Are we nearly gonna level up? I'd like to try and get some... No, looks like not. But then sometimes you have to wonder, is Illusion of Gaia a Zelda clone? I mean, it's an action-adventure game. It's sort of an RPG, but it's not really. It's a little bit more of an RPG than Zelda because it does have stats, but the stats are fixed. As long as you kill everything, it's pretty much fixed. It's essentially just the same as Zelda, but it's not a Zelda clone. Although I have heard people say it's like a Zelda game. Don't think it is though. Soul Blazer gets away with it by having the Soul Blazer gets away with it by having the town building stuff. That makes it stand out. If it didn't have the town building stuff though, I think that would get called a Zelda clone. Whoa! Argibal. Metroid's a Zelda clone. Well, I think that Metroid, the whole Metroidvania thing, is it not Metroidvania, not just Zelda on its side? Really? In that sort of, it's the same sort of formula of like finding items that help you progress. Especially stuff like Ocarina of Time, because I think, and this is in a positive way, just to compare games, because I know that somebody said, you know, we need to do it, it's how you recommend stuff. I've always said that, you know, if you like Zelda kind of games like Ocarina of Time, then you'll like Darksiders. You'll like Okami, they have a similar feel to them. Do I think Okami is a rip-off of Zelda? No, it just has the same vibe to it. It's just, and so does Darksiders, but they're not. It's not a Zelda game. It's very much its own thing. It's like movies, horror movies, you know, or sci-fi horror is like Alien, but it's not really. It's just sci-fi horror. Most who say that about Alundra only look to screenshots and that's it. Yeah, exactly. Whereas what I've seen of Newtopia and Golden Axe Warrior, they are quite shamelessly copying Zelda. I'm not doing this fight. What's going on? Why are you killing me? Let me read the thing. Oh, he's using his death sickle. What a shitbag. Looks like a crap gimmick going on here then. Can we turn off auto now, please? Doesn't seem to be going very well. Am I just... Oh, I'm just mashing buttons and I'm not reading. I think we're actually not even hitting it, are we? Let's just run away. See if I can heal in between. She's got no magic left. He could do with a better healing spell. Speedrun just Newtopia. It's running joke that Newtopia inspired everything. I need to play Newtopia at some point. It looks fun. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with being a copy of something else, personally. It depends, as long as you put a bit of your own vibe on it. I'm sure that the story of your Newtopia will make it worthwhile, I hope. But yeah, like, same with we go with platformers. Not everything's a Mario clone. I think it's just weird to me because Zelda seems to just own a monopoly on a genre. It's a genre, really. Zelda just did it first. There must be other games too that did a similar thing. Let's try... Fire. Didn't work. How am I supposed to kill this? It's helpful to relate to another, yeah. I think the problem is, it's like I was saying, back to the previous conversation of having different things exist. My problem is when you get a game like Crusader of Senti and it's not allowed to breathe on its own without being mentioned in the same sense as a Zelda. It can't exist without it being Sega's Zelda. That's all people ever say about it, nothing else. And nobody takes the time to mention what it does well. They just say like, oh, if you know, it's not bad for like a Zelda clone. top 10 hidden Zelda clones. Nobody ever talks about it on its own. It's just always talked about as this sort of answer to Zelda. I think it's because it came out too close to A Link to the Past. Alundra, I feel, manages to breathe a little bit more because it's got some time between it, but still it does get called the PlayStation Zelda. I don't know what to do with this boss. I'm not even hitting it. Well, it's not even a boss. Let's try the lightning spell. Okay, well that did some damage. Nobody's got any MP though. I might just run away from this one. You have. Can you do ice? And it missed. I think only the energy bolt spell works, and I've only got one. And she's gonna run out of MP. Just run away. Oh, bog off. This one enemy is going to be a pain in the arse. Let's give us some more MP. Probably got a better being 2D when everybody's draw. Exactly, I think that's why. Not sure about these Skellybob things. They seem pretty rough. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I don't really care. I also, though, personally am not bothered when people call Zelda an action RPG. That doesn't bother me. But, you know, some people will be like, it is not an action RPG. I don't care. But barely anything is actually an RPG in the sense of what people truly define an RPG to be. I just use it to convey some ideas that it has an emphasis on story and NPCs that you can talk to and go around town. And oh my god, what is the map for this? I might grab these. See if I can grab these chests. That was where we came in. Which way to go first? Immediately toss away fantastic games for being clones. Exactly. What's wrong? It's like like I saw this thing on Twitter recently. You know, it's that whole like people who complain that games are the same, and then when they change, they complain that they've changed. I generally don't mind more of the same. It depends. Depends how much more of the same. Like Assassin's Creed, more of the same is too much more of the same. But I tell you what I lament is that just in AAA big budget RPGs, turn-based combat seems to be dead. Flame misses too. I literally can only use that lightning bolt attack. That is really pissing annoying. And they're going to keep one-shotting me with their death spells. These enemies suck. I don't even want to fight them, but they're just in the way. I can't hit them with anybody except Sophia. Or Sonia. Igna. I might have to go buy this spell. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Are you back? You missed all of the conversation. Can we do it a third time? No. Maybe a fifth. A way to describe the general vibes and mechanics. I mean, I think that's fair. Sonic fans immediately come to mind. Maybe finally about that tram. I still stand by what I said about Frontiers, but I haven't played it yet, so it's a very pointless opinion to have. But my only impression of Sonic Frontiers is like, it looks like it's probably a good game, but it's not really the game that I wanted. It's fine, but I didn't really want it. It's similar to Final Fantasy 16. I feel like that looks like it's going to be a really good game too, but I still am sad that I won't get the Final Fantasy that I grew up with. It's all about me. I'm selfish. But that's like just what I was saying a minute ago, really. I'm sad in general that turn-based combat's dead. Unless it's a retro throwback like Octopath Traveler or remaking Star Ocean. But in AAA, big budget games, nobody will dare do turn-based combat. Because it's a dated mechanic, apparently. Although this turn-based combat can kiss my arse. This is so annoying. Ooh. So I realised I've missed a lot of chat, but fucking people call Diablo the game that started the action genre, but shit. Oh yeah. I mean, Seiken Densetsu. There's action RPGs before Seiken Densetsu, surely. There's got to be niche NES shit that I've not even played. I mean, where's is Crystallis, or is that a Zelda clone? Beg your pardon. Godslayer, whatever it is, and what's I don't know. Probably Seiken Densetsu must be a good. No, I guess maybe you're right. It's a good call. But then you got Ease, then you got Zack, then you got Legend of Xanadu. The spin-off from this game. In fact, no, none of those are even right. The oldest would be stuff like hang on, let me catch up with chat first. I'm so behind. American Centric View of Games again, yeah. Past have zero desire to play 16. I'll play it. I'll definitely play it. I'm just less in a rush than I would have been years ago. So it's indie games, some of the solo games that I like. That's true. Although I am getting a bit tired of indie games, just like shoehorning any random mishmash of ideas together now to try and be unique. I guess it's fine as long as they're good though. We all just showing the stab each other over sec. Broke bread over fans being assholes about calling stuff Zelda Co. Yeah, big budget, I don't know. I'm sure that we'll have a resurgence in gaming soon, but it did feel like we reached the peak where all games had to become open world. All genres needed to do that. And games started to become... Remember, games used to be about how long the game was, but sometimes. But now it feels like games need to be... Oh, you bastard! He's confused everybody and we're stuck. I hate this enemy. And he's blocking all the way. And I can only hit him with a lightning spell and only Sonia's got one. This is shit. I'm not finishing this tonight. This is pissing me off. I'm going to have to leave and go and get another lightning spell. It's ridiculous. What an arsehole. Oh, just end the misery. Everybody's confused. Like, kill me faster. This is why I hate this enemy. It's the same as those sleeping ones. They drag out the fight. Just let me die. Dying is a dated mechanic. That is true. Chrysalis. In that era. No, what I was going to say is you've got your games like the baby of this one. You've got Dragon Slayer, but maybe that's more like a roguelike. I don't know, I don't care. Then there's Sorcerion. Sorcerion's kind of an action RPG. Oh god, right, run away. Fuck this absolute knob. Oh, he's just stood in the fucking way. This whole hall is going to be these enemies. This is absolute shite that they put this in at the end of the game. Go away. I'm just going to keep running away. Not dealing with the... My main gripe of this game has been constantly gimmicky enemies that have some stupid thing about them. Not dying is older than dying to game over. I've never really dipped into Wizardry or Ultima. I wonder how accessible they would be to me now. I think there's an Ultima game on the Mega Drive somewhere? An elixir. I don't want an elixir. I want some sort of weapon. Alright, where are we going here? Getting grumpy because it's like nearly 5 AM. I think I should probably just stop. I've got 2 staircases. I don't know which one to do first. We're in Basel Tower though, which is actually the last... I think it's the final location of the game. When I had a peek at that guide. Agnes is in here somewhere, but as it's 5 AM, I don't think I can push. It'll be like gone 6 by the time I've done this. I'll have to finish it next stream. Whoa! Daldia and oh, okay, Daldia's the middle one. I was like, that's a murderous fish? Probably should have healed first. Oh, I didn't, sorry, I read your comment, G, and then I forgot that I didn't actually answer it, because I was going to answer it in a moment, but I have played Lungetsu. I'm actually playing it right now. I've started it a couple of months ago. I was playing it with Barley Bap, like, off-stream. We were just, like, playing at the same time and messaging about it. But then life happened, so we put it on pause for a little while, but we were literally just playing it, like, last week. Playing a little bit more of it. I have played it before, but I never finished it. It's sort of been a long to-do list game. It's sort of a joke at this point, because my brother always jokes with me that I'll never finish it. And I'm like, I will. He didn't like it. I didn't like it that much at the time, to be honest, either. It was a huge letdown. So that's why it's sort of become a joke, because I'm stubborn and I said I'd finish it. I'm enjoying it a lot more now, but it's got issues. It's got some real sort of problems. Why are we all being hit when it died? Weird. I think I'm definitely able to finish this the very next stream though. I'd like to just check this. Which staircase is which before I end? Let's see. I want to find the dead end. Don't think it's this one, is it? Oh my god, this tower looks... This looks like a nightmare. Oh my god, yeah. No, I'm done. So I wonder what's that. Where's the other staircase? This one. Just gonna go back to the entrance. Oh, no I'm not. Oh no. Not those stupid death side things. I'm half tempted to leave. To get some of that lightning. I think we need it. I don't know whether to leave and come back. Be able to buy the final piece of armor as well. Let's just push on a little bit more. See the other staircase. Because if it's a dead end, that'll be easier. I'm just checking that there's not, you know, like a secret super armor at the end. There we go. I think. I wouldn't mind fighting the enemies, but I'm not fighting those Grim Reaper things. That's really, really annoying. Now let's see where this staircase is going. Or is it just the dead end? Is it? Oh, it's going to continue on. Oh no! No! There's two ways to go here. Well, let's look at one of them. Dead end. Come on. Oh my god. Wait, is that... No. Time for me, you're gonna play some Ghost Trick. Is that good? I was looking at that. It's just... It seems to hold value quite well. Well, have a lovely lunch. Oh my lord. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm not messing about with those Grim Reapers. Ghost Trick's excellent. I guess it's getting a remaster, isn't it? I'm gonna try. So why is Igna just so weak? The only spell that can kill it, and it only does 800. Just came out today. Oh, fucking bugger. I used the Silence All spell. Oh, which means I can't kill it with magic either. Oh. Please stop. I want to check this staircase. Come on, dead end. Maybe me, I probably found the right way to go by accident. Oh, this enemy is the absolute worst and it keeps appearing in every bloody encounter. Oh, you... Oh, I want to fucking scream. He's just confused the only person that can hit the bloody thing. Nobody else can touch it. I'm gonna have to leave and get some more spells because this is gonna take the piss. Sonia's still confused. Just gonna confuse everybody. Oh, fuck off. I can't even. Take off, see ya. Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna end the stream, I think, now. Oh my god. Can't even with this. No, we'll leave. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna have to buy another lightning spell because I can't handle those stupid Grim Reaper enemies. Right, well, at least we know a little bit more. Oh, why don't you let me stay? Where do I stay? The night. I thought that was where. Where are we? Here. Okay. Ooh, I could buy the final piece of armor though. Oh, it's not this town. In fact, I'm going to buy the last piece of armor before I forget. Can we sell some stuff somewhere? This is the one town that doesn't sell stuff. I can't walk because nobody's got any MP. No. No, where's the bed? Just have it in. It would be so much easier. Right, and let's go to... Oh my gosh. The town that has the armor. I also need to remember where the old man is. I don't remember where he was. The man that does the extra... Where was the best? Oh, here. There was a new mage person that teaches me some new spells, but I've forgotten where. Okay, so we should be able to buy the final piece of armor now. Where is the armor seller? Oh, it's you. He doubles up. I forgot. He's an item and an armor. Right, here we are. And that's it. Everybody should have the maximum armor, which is good. Lovely. And we will stop there before I pass out.